Greetings. Told my son about Buddy. I love Buddy the same amount I love you and Mummy. It's like, well, you have your priorities wrong. I love Buddy more than love Mummy. These other dogs are just... yeah. One of them... I'd say yesterday one of them didn't eat. And we've established when Sharon was here last night that this dog will not eat unless she's being actively fussed over in like a baby voice. So Sharon was like, I'll do it. It's like, absolutely not. The dog will... the dog will get to a point of hunger where she thinks, stop the theatrics, I need food. Nam was like, oh, you can't, you just need to pick her up and give her some love. False. I do not. This Buddy is like, here's your food, sit down for me, there you go, tuck in. And you can go for a shit immediately. Yeah, you can go for a shit immediately afterwards. But like when you put the bowl down, she like sits next to it and then she looks at you and then she starts like actively, she starts like whining and like lying on her side and trying to like leopard crawl towards you and back. Instead of trying to like bring you over to the bowl, you're like, not a chance. It's because Hugo is such a gannet that Nan has to stand between all three bowls and like keep them in their corners at food time. And that's obviously led to her just like talking to them all the way through meal times. It's absolutely pathetic. It feels like it's been more than 1 week. Have we missed 2? It really does not feel like it was only 2 weeks ago that we ended that combat. I know it's like 2 weeks and 1 day. I know we did it on a Monday, but still. Possibly. Are we rhyming this week? Oh, without Aggie? Having to. Choosing to. Oh, you see, I'd be thinking, oh, first of all, if they're out or not, I'd be thinking, oh, if I lose that while I'm out, while I'm away, that's it. Game over, man. Yeah, I need to start looking about server stuff for you. I'm just getting... Where's Thomas? The last part of Thomas's PC is arriving tomorrow. Nice. Nice. Hello, Heimdall. Yeah, you can only hear me because we're on the starting screen, so you can't hear the players yet. And then when we're ready, I'll change to the other screen, and then you can hear them. Yeah. One of them's like, I can't hear you. That is intended. Hello, Halvor, son of Halvor.
Hello.
Not son of Halvor. False. Son of Yoku. Oh, Cora was here, but is no longer here.
Yeah, for some reason, Chrome apparently decided to close. So I'm just loading again.
I'm going to change my spell.
What spell?
Oh, do you want me to change it when we rest? Oh, we are in the middle. Because I was dropping Akanai, weren't I?
You did that before last session, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Well, I said I'm going to drop it, but I hadn't chosen what I was going to replace it with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
Oh, did I? I don't think I did.
I thought you had.
I'll tell you if I've still got it on or not. No, I've still got it.
Hi guys.
Greetings.
Hello
How
there,
are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Don't be cute. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm always cute, I can't help it.
3 more hours of this, viewers. So, Cora. How are you?
How are you?
You're actually breaking up quite a bit.
Couldn't quite tell how you were.
I'm fine.
That's much better. And don't know what you did to your voice, Ben, but you sounded less masculine as well. Quite cool. What have you done? What did you do last Tuesday with your absence of Curse of Strahd?
Ate pizza in front of the TV instead of in front of you guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with that. I'm getting hydrates redeemed already. I've got no water. I'm drinking coffee. That's the opposite of hydrating, but it's what we're going to go with. I spent my lack of sessions last week binging the shit out of The Expanse. I have hit that series hard.
I didn't even heard of that.
I watched a couple of
very
episodes
good.
and that was it. I kind of tapered off.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I've just finished season 4. I have 1 season left, and I think they're making 1 final season after
There's
that.
4 seasons? Jesus.
There's 5, with a 6th and final season on the way. But yeah, it is very good. I've enjoyed it. The main character is... when I looked on the subreddit, well, someone told me on the subreddit that it's like acknowledged and memed to hell by the community. The main character just looks like if someone genetically spliced Jon... No. If someone spliced Jon Snow with like a lesser Franco brother, it's bizarre. Absolutely uncanny. But yeah, it is a good show. I like grimy space shows instead of clinical Star Trek shows.
Firefly.
Still never watched Firefly or Serenity.
He's just upset, isn't he?
I hate all space shows.
All of them? Shut up, all of them. You can't
Genuinely
knock
all of
Space
them.
Precinct.
I hate space. I hate space.
Or Farscape?
Hate it.
Unbelievable.
Fracking Frel. You wouldn't get it, Cora, it's a space joke.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hashtag just space things.
Yeah, I've never been like too mad on Star Trek. Or Star Wars, really. Like lasery,
I actively hate Star Wars.
space. Lasery space does nothing for me. Like Alien of the Weak space doesn't particularly get me.
Rogue One was good though. You must have appreciated that. And Mandalorian.
What was, sorry?
Rogue One.
I like, Rogue One and Mandalorian are by far the most enjoyable. Yeah, absolutely. Mandalorian. I don't think Mandalorian Mandalorian is not a space show. It's just a show that happens to take place in space. It's very, very good. I really like it. You would like it, Cora, because there's cute things in it as well.
No, I wouldn't. There is the odd space film I will tolerate, but I will not commit to a space film.
Like what?
Program.
Tell me you're not going to class like Armageddon. I like Armageddon.
No, like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like that is as much space as I think I can cope with.
I mean, that's pretty full on space, though, right?
Yeah, but that's
also a D&D party. in a film. That's
Yeah,
why you.
it
That's
is-
why you
yeah.
enjoy that. It is
Pretty much the
space
Expanse.
So, who wants to remind me what happened last time in quiet little Kresk?
That's easy. We all almost died, but eventually killed the Hungaroring.
I
I
love.
opened the orb that was going to project us into the astral plane to turn this into a space astral campaign.
And Cora died of boredom at that point.
Oh, Corey, you're going to be able to summon a swarm of 8 ETs?
No, that's franchise.
dead.
It'll be
I'm dead.
eight Mac and me's.
Oh, God. I've been reading a lot of stuff from people who are just like, no, you're an absolute fool for letting the ranger choose the animal she wants. I don't know, I've seen it in a couple of places this discussion this week. I haven't looked to see if it's like the same guy walking around Discords and subreddits. Everyone's like, I'd make this table and we roll off this table. Just change to that. And you think, I cannot in good conscience.
Precedent's been set now.
Totally. Next campaign I do, that's definitely what's happening. But now I can't be like, and suddenly, as the bow gets more powerful, that one particular spell is also inhibited.
I can see why people say that, but I mean, if you look at the available options, even if you curate it so that, obviously you don't summon sea creatures on land and stuff, the odds of you summoning just a bunch of shit, like, Rangers don't have a lot of spell slots, and it's a high-level spell for them. To waste it on fucking badgers and rats or something is just an absolute ball ache.
I
They've
think
got a swarm of ravens. Great.
I think what I
cheers.
saw about it was someone saying, "Okay, tell me what CR you're going for." Because what you don't want to do is be fighting like Ludmilla and think, "Okay, I need a couple of big bear boys here," and instead get 16 badges and be like, "Well, that's just useless." So I've seen an option where they say, I'm not saying this going to do it to you, Cora. You get to ride the campaign out like this. There's just anti-air guns everywhere. A player saying, I want CR 1/2. Okay, here's the 1/2 table. Roll on that. You get 6 of these. Bump.
No, but even if you do that, you're not going to get necessarily something that can fight.
I mean, by virtue of being that CR.
Yeah, but some of them that CR are a swarm of this.
Oh, look at Lindsay knowing all the CR of the beasts.
When it comes to the owls that I can roll, yeah, I know a lot about them, funnily enough.
Yeah, she wants to summon
like
8 giant owls. Sorry, best I can do is 32 swans.
Like, getting wolves is pretty solid because you get a few of them and they still have pack tactics.
And
But
prone.
on a similar CR, you could get something that was just not good.
Well, it won't be an issue in this campaign.
Well, I'm not building a ranger in the next campaign now.
Oh, Gale Force winds have cropped up around Barovia. Okay,
I occasionally do other things that are not owls, may it be said.
Absolutely,
wolves
yeah,
and
you
other
always put
things,
spike growth
spiders.
down before you summon them, of course.
Thanks.
So I think the thing is I'm kind of finding this with being in Barovia. The fact that it's Barovia and also the fact that we are essentially trapped within this one domain, it becomes very limiting on quite a lot of spells, really. There are not really much point in having them in the long run. Like, I've got Lehman's Tiny Hut. I'll pretty much never need it now that we've got back off the thingy. I think the number of times that we would need something different other than owls for Cora to summon is so marginal. There's hardly any water. You're not in like desert areas. We don't really need to summon stuff to ride.
Ride the owls.
Next campaign, don't worry. I've already got the next campaign sorted. You, Mr. Deck, Cuffer, one of my viewers, and Pavlos Uranios. And Halvor. But Lindsay doesn't want him. I asked Lindsay on my doorstep at Christmas and she shouted from my car, "Thanks, but fuck no!"
I would definitely appear as like an NPC or something like that. I would happily come back for short bursts, but I can't do another 3 years.
I was saying to Alex, but I think you would enjoy coming in for the occasional silly one shot. Stuff that isn't, child death, cannibalism.
Oh, I don't mind the child death. Don't get me wrong.
Crushing under. Oh, just another day at work
Loves,
for you.
loves the child there. It's the only thing that's kept playing this long.
Damn right.
Okay. So, after you had killed the Hungerer, and well, you didn't actually see it die. You did. After killing the Hungerer, the sky turned red. A red moon rose moments later as many crows took off from the trees to the east and all started bombing it to the south. And Muriel seemed to receive a message that she said was from Davian, saying Strahd had been seen. Well, in fact, no, before that, Strahd had been seen near the werewolf den, and then some time later, the moon went red, and you heard many wolves, and then one larger noise or cry.
You seem to be implying some connection there, DM.
These are the events that I listed. I listed to you. So. The red moon had passed, and you were all left unsure at what had happened. Stood in the middle of empty Kresk.
So, have we at this point brought the wagon in or not? Because I think that's our first goal.
But we also had kind of
I think we
after chat where we basically summarised, but you were gonna look around, weren't you?
Yep.
Because Cora and Muriel each got
arrows.
20 arrows each. They split 40 arrows between them.
Did we split them? I thought I got 40.
Do you already have 40 in your bag?
Stealing mine.
If you already have 40 in your bag, then yes, you're 40. But you also have...
I have 0 in my
good
bag.
Grief.
I do have 40.
I forgot how little health some of you were on.
Oh, yes.
Just clicked on you to look in your bags and was like, oh my!
Oh, I'm dying.
It's the first time that Bartenders has had the most HP, I think.
Now's my time to end the group.
Yeah. Remember what I said about that PvP?
We've got no music, just so you know.
I do.
You should have. It's
It
low
is
and ramping
slow and
up.
low, though.
It is currently 1 minute 20 seconds in.
Okay.
It's the, I think it's the cut-off Stranger Things.
It is, yeah, it is snipped off before it starts going.
I'm locked in 97% loading Kresk.
Okay, in that
Sucks to be
case,
you.
let me instead just bring us to...
Loading Kresk by night.
And he's at the homepage still. Oh, no, he's loaded.
I'm here now. Still no music though.
You must have turned it down because it is on and playing.
Interesting, it's not playing for me. I can see quiet Kresk, but nothing's actually playing, and I have everything turned up on full.
Very strange. Imagine being creeped out.
Well, guys, I think we should get the wagon in and bar the gate first and foremost. Who knows what's out there? Oh, and also, we should definitely get the wolves in. They're probably coming, right? Yes.
They just arrived.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent. They've arrived while we were getting arrows. That's good. So I lead the way, and we will haul the wagon in so that we can rebar the gate with those bars that were on it.
Rebar.
Exactly.
Arriba.
Go on, do it quickly. So yeah, the wagon is driven back in by Ez. And should you wish to, the gates are barred, locking you in.
How wise is that?
not going to make any difference, is it?
Well, okay. Do you think we should start to look around, or catch our breath first and then look around?
I think I could probably do with a bit of a rest, to be honest.
Me too.
I nod.
Shall we head into the Baron's house?
The Burgomaster.
Aye, the Burgomaster.
Not that I know of your... Have you mentioned anything of your vision? Which, if you recall, the Burgomaster's is going to be like a hive of offal and grossness.
Oh, fuck yeah, that happened when I was being grappled, didn't it?
It did. But I, in character, do not know this, so I'm like...
You
sure,
have
like a good place.
conflated something in character with out of character there. In character, he never got that vision of the house. I just talked about that afterwards when I thought that you had said you were moving on.
Oh.
So the vision that Halvor had was...
Oh, it was the
of-
past. Yeah.
Yeah, was basically when he
It all
devolved
happened.
or turned, yeah.
Okay. Yes. Then, yeah. the
Very well,
Burgomaster
let's go to the Burgomaster's house. That sounds good.
Sounds like a splendid idea. Good lord!
Yep, pretty much. So even from the doorway of the house, you just see... It looks like when in sci-fi films, not in space, so don't worry, Cora, I'll make it not be space. When they go into some sort of like giant hive. There's like the wooden frame of the door, and then everything inside is just flesh. Just regurgitated. It's from the walls, it's matted on the floor. The place is just like some giant fucking cyst. It just lost Bartangulis.
I'm just going to rejoin because I'm not getting any music still.
Okay. Yeah, there are... As you're peering in, there's no bones. It just looks like slot buckets of meat has just been thrown in here for years and years, and it just coats everything. There's like a growth where you can't see any sign of a table, but you would remember that's where the table was when last you were here and things like that. And there are no flies.
No flies.
No flies.
That's interesting.
Sound is working now.
Outside in the rest of Krezk, have we noticed insects around, like just normal?
No, I just mean that for all this flesh and rotten meat, it isn't like there's all flies and maggots around. It's just...
It's when it's snowy though as well though, so you wouldn't necessarily expect flies, would you?
Oh, you haven't seen a Barovian snow fly yet, have you?
No.
You haven't read through Van Richten's properly.
It's a fucking sturge. No!
I mean, I'm not going to use him in this campaign, but have you seen the sturge thing that is in Van Richten's?
I will have seen. I can't recall.
Where sturges?
Oh dear. When sturges just aren't bad enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I will. So is it like spilling into the outside and stuff? Is it this building here?
Yeah.
I will approach slowly because I'm still poisoned, although I can't move for some reason. It's not my turn and we're still in combat. What the hell?
Oh, not your turn.
These things that Halvor's been fiddling and turned on. Okay, combat
I
has now
didn't
ended.
do that.
Yeah, so I'll go to the doorway and head inside with my light. Ooh.
Horrid squelch underfoot.
Have I ever seen anything like this, DM?
Absolutely fucking not.
How dare you? Yeah. Look around. Doesn't look like there's any pods or anything. It just looks like...
No. Glancing around, it looks like something is basically nested in here. You don't see any signs of
pods or eggs. But again, as you've seen, it doesn't really need to lay eggs to, or it didn't really need to lay eggs to create anything. And this just seems to be maybe a place where someone spent a lot of time spewing and regurgitating.
I look at Halvor and say, I think maybe we don't stay here.
I agree. Perhaps any other building would be a good idea.
Even Raven laughed.
The abbot's place ain't looking that bad an idea now, huh?
I mean, even so, I would rather not venture into unknown territory until we've had a little rest. But there's a couple of buildings here, like the one over the road or the blacksmith that we could hole up in for a little bit, catch our breath.
I nod. I'll just point at the one closest to us over here. Seems accommodating enough.
Yeah. And yeah, it looks as the others. Bit of snow spilled in. Tiny bit of spoilage of food, but I mean, you'd still eat the bread if you were hungry, sort of thing. It isn't like rotten. It's just clearly a few days past its best. Everything else left undisturbed, tying in with Cora or Halvor's vision of people just fleeing their homes at a moment's notice.
I will, hands to the wall, just climb up on top of the roof.
Oh, also to let you all know, we don't have any of the usual ambient effects tonight because FX Master is very broken.
You won't get this on
Good.
Roll20.
Every like snowflake or raindrop is apparently at like 8,000% size. The screen just disappears.
However, it's interesting to note that I saw that you have been trying Weather Blocker. Apparently, he's trying to integrate something like that into FX Master itself, but
Nice.
also it's broken. So yeah, I'm gonna lead the way inside the building, and presumably Cora will follow since she's not feeling so great.
Cora will definitely follow, but presumably she's also going to be checking to say that the door and windows look like they are in decent condition.
Yeah, but the door was open, but it was ajar. It could be closed. Windows are
Closable.
intact. Yeah.
I think we'll probably leave the wolves outside to act as guard, as they won't be big enough. They won't be small enough to come in.
I'm gonna keep an eye out from up here as well. I'm gonna just keep casting prestidigitation and trying to kind of warm myself in the cold a little bit.
Listen to the man with all the HP. I'm going to sit on the roof.
39.
Don't worry, Halvor. I'll look after you. Stick with me, kid. Muriel clambers up and kneels next to you. Bartenders gives you a nod and casts a scanning eye out in the other direction. Caspian does not.
You worried about Davian?
Say again?
Oh, did she get the message from Davian saying that they were at the wolf den, but then we heard them heading south towards winery slash...
We had a message from Davian that Strahd had been seen near the wolf den.
Wolf den.
That was the only message. After that, it was the red moon and all the birds bombing it south.
And then we heard them going past us to the south. Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, it was like only moments later, effectively, that they were kind of flying past us. Yeah, so they're all moving pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard anything else from him?
Nothing else from him yet. Something's gone on.
Undoubtedly. I don't know what, at this moment in time, what I wish more. That it is going to the winery, or that it's going to the tree.
But what is?
I don't know. Strahd, his people, whatever that other noise was. You ever seen such a force being gathered like that?
I've seen Davian call a great number of birds to him, but not with that sort of urgency.
The birds. It was Davian controlling the birds?
Maybe not directly, but they will have been fleeing whatever happened, and returning to him.
Huh. I had it in my head that it was Strahd controlling the ravens or something along them lines.
I was starting to realize that.
Yeah.
Out of character, it's like,
Oh, we did hear
Huh?
the wolves moving south, though, right?
No, you
Oh.
just heard a great many howls from the east,
Oh,
and then all the birds took off south.
right. Shit. So they could be coming here then. Okay.
Okay. That changes things somewhat.
How
Back
far
on, unbar the gates, everyone.
Can I ask? Did you guys click that Davian was the one that had summoned the birds?
No, I thought it was Strahd.
Yeah. So did we all think that
I
everything
mean-
was moving south?
I thought
Yeah.
that them being the Raven people is something that we've known for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I thought that Strahd also controlled some of the ravens. I thought that he had some control too.
Historically, the Ravens have been helping us.
The
True.
blue-winged ones, I believe, have. But then also, in the same vein, Strahd's sigil is a raven.
True, but isn't that also the name of the Markov family?
It is also the name of Castle Ravenloft as well.
So many ravens.
That's just where he has all his raves.
In his loft.
Yeah.
Nice. Then I will
Well,
say it
either way,
loud
let me
enough.
know.
We're on the roof.
I don't know what we do. If there are massing forces coming here, there's nothing we can do. We rest, right? There's nothing else that we can do.
Come to us.
You can't fight Strahd. We've got a better chance fighting the werewolves. I almost feel like making our way up to the abbot's place would be our best bet. At least there's only one way in there. It's more fortified.
Are we supposed to be able to hear you right now?
I mean, I'm only sat on the roof above you. So
I
yeah,
can't hear people sat on my roof, so.
I think Strahd has demonstrated he doesn't care much for what we think is a limited number of entries.
Guess it depends on whether the wolves just appear like they did. I don't know.
I'm tired. I just lie back and just put my head into the thatch of the roof. Just close my eyes for a moment.
God, we love a good thatch.
So we're gonna get a rest while we can?
You lying back on it, or are you, Bartandalis?
Fall
Just
through.
lie- Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it gives way.
I
and you
can't hold my
fall
weight.
through.
Not very well built, this particular house.
Muriel's. You should all take some rest. I'll keep watch.
Cora jumps at the chance. She's knackered.
And yeah, I guess we wait for a while.
How long do we get to wait?
Well, we have to wait an hour if we're going. Well,
Do we get an hour?
If you're attempting to take a short rest, yeah. Is anybody doing anything during this hour where you're attempting to rest?
I will. Presumably, Bot Handler still has the bag of holding and all its contents.
Mhm.
We still have the Tome of Strahd, right?
Yeah.
I don't know whether our translations of its entries are in it or not, but I want to spend a couple, 20 minutes reviewing some of our previous entries. I'm just going to be reading through things we already know and making sure I'm aware of them.
I'm gonna
Say
be
that
lying in a
it's fully-
corner going, oh.
Did you say that we'd fully thingied it now?
Yes.
Fully thingied it.
Yeah. Fully thingied it right up its finger.
Gross.
Oh, really? Perhaps the Google Doc is not up to date because there's a couple of sections which say
Oh
write a
yeah.
chapter, for example.
Yeah, it's not. It's. I need to. You have had them in game, just haven't moved them into there. So yeah, I'll.
Well, that's
pop them,
fine.
I'll
I have
pop that in
found
later.
the one that I was particularly interested in, so I will, whilst we're resting, mention this to the group. I'll put it in the chat so you can all read it. This is the entry. The heart glows with purpose. It has become living. The circles of masonry about its tower, its ribs, the great bastion, its chest. The tests on the condemned proved the heart will use the tower itself against invaders. My will sustains it, but it is mere glass, fragile, ironically mortal. With it I am sheltered from the unthinkable, yet I cannot prove reckless. The anti-magic field around Kazan's tower separates me from the heart. I must be cautious of such places. Does that not sound like Strahd's own heart is imprisoned within the mage's tower?
It doesn't sound like he's imprisoned in the tower to me. It sounds like the tower separates him from the heart. So if he's in the tower, then he'll be separate from it.
It's got to be within its range, though, right?
I see what you mean, though, Cora. If Strahd were to be invading the tower, then the anti-magic field would separate him from the heart wherever it is.
I read that to be more that like it was in Castle Ravenloft in one of the towers there, and that if he's in an anti-magic field, then he would be separated from the heart.
But
As
the way
in-
it says the tower, or the masonry of the tower is its ribs, the great bastion its chest. Does that not sound like it is in the tower itself? The heart will use the tower itself against invaders.
Isn't Kazan's tower where we found?
Esmeralda.
Yeah, so wouldn't she know? Maybe we should ask Ez.
I mean, he's reading out loud.
What
We
do you
look
think,
at Ez.
Ez? You've been there more than we have. Is there a bastion where the heart could be?
I think it is talking about a tower of Ravenloft itself. I did not enter the main tower myself when I was breaking in and subsequently escaping, but I did see a pulsing glow from the main tower from a distance.
Oh, then perhaps your interpretation is correct, Cora. But that
How's
also
that?
makes it sound like Strahd is vulnerable in the anti-magic field of Kazan.
It was Van Richten's place of hiding. One of the other towers that Kazan built. I guess it wouldn't be much of a hiding spot if Strahd could get there.
He's sheltered from the unthinkable only when he has the heart. I guess we know what we need, where in Ravenloft we need to get to, should we eventually get there.
We need to find the heart to restore one of the Fanes, either his or Baba Lysaga's.
Oh Jesus, I forgot about that. Perhaps Lysaga would be the better choice.
If she's not been pecked to pieces by now, there may be no heart left.
Perhaps, but I think a creature as foul as her, even insects do not want to feast on her essence.
I think some of those ravens will be very keen to come back and seek their revenge.
Maybe.
Seems like
I'm kind of like sitting there quiet. And we're all kind of like talking, even though I can't see some of you.
the Taraka reading said that we would lead us to him, look to great heights, find the beating heart of the castle. He waits nearby.
Oh yeah.
Is he Strahd? I certainly wouldn't expect him to be wanting to stray far from the heart if we were involved.
Maybe. I believe from the different readings we had of the Taraka, one was to understand our enemy, and that led us to the tomb. Another was to find a powerful force for good.
Sorry, the first one led us to the tomb. Which Taraka is that?
The
And what tomb do you mean?
As in the tome.
Oh, sorry, yes.
The trader led you to the town.
Alternate pronunciations, it's fine.
Just from where I'm from. Cultural differences. I get you cancelled. One who will help. I see a faceless god. He awaits you at the end of a long and winding road deep in the mountains. Well, that's got to be one of the many powers of the Emperor Temple, right?
You just read the name of, or like the intro to one card, but then the card and description of another one.
Oh, did I? And my
Yeah.
thingy's all messed up.
One who will help.
Is that
is the
as
ally
read?
card? Yeah.
Okay.
The Weapon of Vengeance is in the same card about the Faceless God.
And it rested on the plinth underneath a giant statue of a cowled, faceless god of knowledge.
Hooded one, indeed. Tick, that's objective.
Where are the Tuck readings? Are they in the home thing?
If you go into the journal tab, then down to the quest log, you can see them there.
No, don't go into them that way. Go into. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can go into them through the card screen.
Where's the cards? The Fortunes of
On
Ravenloft?
the land. Yeah. Each of the cards opens up its journal entry.
Then I can't get back to this screen.
I know. But also, yes, there is also the quest log.
But I
as
am
well.
going to do it.
Yes, I will tick off Taraka, Weapon of Vengeance, in your objectives, because you have the Sun Sword.
Can you only open one at a time?
The card? No, it was journal entries. You better open all of them.
It's not letting me click on this one for some reason.
You're clicking it wrong.
It let me open the mist, but then it won't let me open... Yeah, you can only open one at a time.
Huh. I'll look into that.
Oh, is that because they're technically scenes?
No, they're not.
Wait, how
Yeah,
do you
the
get to the
cards
cards? From the
are
homepage?
on the Fortunes
the
of
Fortunes.
Ravenloft tab. You just click on it and it opens. It should just open as a journal entry. Using enhanced journals, the next campaign will be much sexier with journal stuff.
Hmm.
That is a
Seen or
module.
tried this one?
It's my latest video, Halvor. Check it out.
Oh, I do like Monk. He's got a few good modules.
I know I've put all of them on in one go.
Oh god, that's a recipe for a disaster.
Like one of them I liked for one feature that I can't remember, and I disabled everything else on it. Like, nope, don't need this.
Yeah, I've got a couple like that. The trader.
So the marionette is... Your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him.
Look to great heights, find the beating heart of the castle. He waits nearby. Sounds like it might be the tower you're talking about then, Esmeralda.
How might...
And I will take out the Photoshop, the photograph I made on my parchment. I'm gonna climb down off the thing. And I'm gonna hold it out and say, "Do you know which of the towers it was?"
And she just points to not the tallest tower, but the main, thickest tower of Ravenloft.
The girthiest tower.
The girthiest.
It's a central tower.
Well, if you'll join me back at the homepage.
I will. I will join you so fast.
She points to this tower.
Yeah. Okay.
This
So
art is very accurate.
It says this card will lead you to him, but we don't have much more information to go on with that.
No. You know that there's a non-detection. Not a non-detection. What was it? Anti-magic field. That's Kazan's tower. For what purpose?
Do you still have the holy symbol of Ravenkind?
I do.
Oh, that's good. Because that is also one of our cards.
Mm-hmm.
Real fucking useless right now.
Actually, I can't even remember what it can do anymore. Let's have a look. It can now.
Non-detection, daylight, and you can spread your non-detection out to other people.
Well, you've got a little free slot there for one more card. That could be for the extra card that I got. Which basically said, you're fucked, mate.
So as you're doing this sort of stock take and re-evaluating your priorities, is there anything else you're going to talk about before the rest comes to fulfillment?
I haven't been able to glean any more info, I don't think, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Sorry, I'm gonna. Oh no, never mind.
okay. Then apply a short rest, everyone.
Yay!
If you have any hit die remaining. Oh yeah, half was hit die. Near the end of your rest, you hear that again from the east. Just a single time. Cora takes a short rest, spending 5 hit dice to recover 50 hit points. Christ. Oh, but she's still only just above half health, actually.
Yeah.
It sounded really impressive.
It's not that great.
Yeah. I thought it was great till I saw how little it did for her.
50 hit points. I've got 54. Max.
Yeah, she rolled all very above average, and yet still not feeling great. I rolled pretty well as well, actually.
don't think I've done it. I'm going to use my Arcane Recovery,
Okay.
which will grant me. Let's have a look. I am a 7th level wizard. I can recover. Blah, 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 blah.
While he's looking that up, where are we thinking we want to be heading after here then? In character.
We should probably check out the town, look for survivors, and like Bartendler said, maybe we should try to check out the cathedral. What the fuck's it called? Church?
Why are we doing this? Why we're not leaving?
I mean,
I
if
don't
we're looking
know.
to move on after just having a short rest. I figured we were having a short rest, so before we looked around this place, I presumed we were going to be sleeping here tonight.
I was having a short rest because I was dying. I would like to get out of this place really because the ravens have all gone and bad things seem like they might be heading this way.
I mean, we don't know which way the bad things are heading, though, right?
Davian is guessing in the direction which is in this area, I would imagine.
But here we're behind tall walls, which we can't get anywhere else.
Oh, walls.
So you think there's somewhere we can go that's safer?
I feel like he knows we're here.
He's going to know we're anywhere.
Perhaps.
There's more out there than there is in here. And I got nothing. If we get into another fight, all I'm going to be doing is trying to stay alive. Got enough in me to throw a couple of simple spells around. Enough to get any of us back on our feet if we get knocked down, but it ain't much. I've got 4 level 1 spells. I figured shield and cure wounds, if anyone drops to 0, might be more useful than anything else.
I think I have the ability to bring a few owls back, maybe once or twice.
Okay, so you're rested by God. I've seen that Cora and Halvor still actually show us bloodied on their tokens as well.
We should look around town, at least get some supplies, see if there's any, I don't know, potions or silver or anything that's gonna be helpful.
Okay.
To avoid having the entire section be going door to door, kicking in all the houses of Krezk, what are you looking for? Or any particular buildings you're wanting to check out?
I mean, it's not that big a place, alright?
No. It's about 30, 35 buildings.
I mean, but the majority of them are kind of like single
Residences.
story, right?
Yeah.
Small things. I mean, I imagine we would go door to door, under beds, open things, and like with 6 of us in each house, I imagine we could go around town and see if there's anything worth taking, right?
So you literally want to scour every building?
I mean, I'm not gonna like be upturning floorboards and stuff, but I think we could go in and open. Plus, with my investigation feed, I can search a lot quicker than the average Joe.
Okay. We will roll me a D100 or a percentile dice.
Alrighty.
You find sort of minor trinkets, jewellery and coinage across the houses to a total value of 57 gold. Some of it forming a couple of nice pieces of jewellery, 1 or 2 that were tucked away in jewellery boxes next to beds or underneath mattresses, small coin pouches. Generic sort of treasure stuff. The blacksmiths, if combed through a bit more in detail, you would find in there...
Do you want me to do a search for it?
Yeah, it's an investigation.
Do I get advantage with other people anyway? Not that it matters.
It really doesn't matter with such a fucking hell. You find up to 20 like common quality weapons. Just melee weapons, things you've been working on. Any farming or like tools that you wanted are there that would be crafted in a blacksmith's. You also find 15 pounds of raw workable iron in ingot form.
That's handy because we don't need to go and get that fucking cannonball now.
Oh, sorry, I meant 1.5. 1.5.
No!
Yeah, 15 pounds of iron. You find a cannonball as well, being used as a doorstop. You already got arrows from there. You find a very small, workable amount of silver. From looking at it, that sort of investigation, where it looks like it's been silver coinage, which has been melted down at some time, at some point into just what passes for a very crude ingot, maybe to be used for silvering or work into something else at some point. So you've got, 1 silver ingot's worth of silver. That's all for the blacksmiths.
If there was any particular kind of house that I would get or building that I'd get the impression that there might be potions or such in, then I would spend a little bit of extra time trying to check. And also maybe that would include the burgomaster's, just because he's, the top dog.
You would probably remember in character, whether it was over a year ago, I think maybe 18 months ago now, that they said they had nothing of that type. They had no Kresk equivalent to like Anya or Jenny's stores. They just were very, very common, like bartering. Detect magic being up at Burgos wouldn't change anything so far.
Yeah, I'd probably check the burgomaster's drawers with extra care, since maybe he's bought something from somewhere or traded it and kept it for himself.
I mean, if you're wanting to get to any furniture in his house, you're having to carve and dig through walls of flesh to get to it.
Then, not really.
Doesn't look like there's any kind of physician, healer, or anything around.
No.
Then I would say maybe check the barracks or the guardhouse or whatever near the wall. In case they've got any supplies there.
Oh, side note. One of the creatures that attacked Cora deducted her max HP temporarily, presumably. Did that go as a short rest, or is that still on?
I don't think it did. Let me just check.
What a twat.
No, that has not returned yet.
Oof.
Well, that seems unfair. I'm not sure why, but I'm sure it's not right.
Also, that should have happened each and every time one of you had a vision.
What, my HP being deducted?
Well, whoever received it. So didn't Halvor get 2 visions as well?
I don't remember that.
No, I don't think he did.
I think
no.
there's bullshit happening here.
I think you're
I forgot
the information that you gave us and the information that was from visions. I don't believe Halvor had any visions.
No, it all happened in that one vision I had, I think.
Yeah.
Plus, we don't like retconning in this
Okay,
group.
so it's happening all 3 of them to Cora. Okay.
No! I would die! I'd already be dead by now if you'd done that to me.
Yeah, would have. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you wouldn't have been dead. You'd have still been down.
I'd have been 0.
You were 0 anyway.
I know, and I came back. I only had 8 just now.
I know, yeah, you were in a bad way. Again, everything used by inspiration the whole time.
Do I still have inspiration?
Yeah. You've had
I'd
it for
completely
about
forgotten
15
about that.
sessions.
Shit.
Of all the times to use it, death save, probably one of them.
Yeah.
We're
Still
so not.
inspired.
The thing is, we're so not used to ever having inspiration dice. Why would you even think you've got one?
Exactly.
We've got dark powers though, if we want to use them. Well, I have. These guys don't have dark powers now, do they not?
No, we're the forces of good. You're the baddie round here.
Yeah, do they even have that mechanic anymore, DM?
We could try and implore them.
Yeah, we could try and implore you.
We've changed our minds.
We've just found out that we don't get inspiration dice anymore, so can you help us?
And I've used the one I've got.
Does Esmeralda fancy healing during the short rest?
Oh, yes.
Also, does Rhymefang gain any healing?
He did a little bit. I already applied some to him during my short rest. I think I applied 8 to him because it was half of his missing amount.
Rhythm Tooth just run away every time, so he's looking pretty healthy.
Wow.
Nice one, Ez.
Let's do another 3. Better.
Yeah, there's not many days where I could have 0 hit dice and still be at like half HP.
See what the last one is. It a big one? The last one? Yeah. Okay. Ez looking a bit better, but now out of hit die. The barracks just seems to be really a very, remember there was only 7 guards across the entirety of Kresk. It just seems to be more of just like the guardhouse version of like the little hut for the guy who works in like the public car park and waves you in. There's a couple of tables, an empty weapon rack against the wall, and not, you could even call it like basically like a bench with a straw pillow that one guard might use to get a bit of lying down time.
No potions, no wine anywhere.
Nothing.
This entire place. God.
No
Sorry,
wine.
Halvor.
Just no wine.
Sorry, Halvor. They give it all to the Albert.
I go into my bag and I'm going to withdraw. I believe I've got some brandy, don't I? I do. I have a wineskin with brandy in it.
I believe you got that from Harris's bag.
Indeed.
You thief.
I mean, we don't like him, so.
Hey, he's still my mate, alright?
He was actually
Real Harris
He was
is.
actually he was actually Harris at that point as well.
You twat.
Well, you don't know that in character where I got it, so I just say, "Oh, I found this when we were up on the mountain. I thought I would save it for maybe a special occasion, but I think right now we could all do with some." So, and I take a swig and I'll pass it around.
Smells like Harris's tipple.
Brandy. He's a brandy man. Well, what a pussy.
I will pass on the brandy. I like look at it for a moment, tempted, and then wave my hand.
Then I will offer some to the other 3 adults, should they want some.
Oh,
Are you not offering some to, what's his face?
I already rolled Casper's Constitution saving throw.
Is that what that was?
Yeah. Weirdly,
Well,
it didn't show as being from him, even though I did it on his character sheet.
That, I think, is actually a bug. Even our saves show our player names at the moment for some reason. So I think it's a node and MIDI bug.
DM, I'm going to take out my book and write Jeska's name in it.
His full
You're
name,
not.
yes.
You're not. All of you.
Not Yeska. Not Yeska. Not Yeska.
Everyone.
I know.
I never
Okay,
called him
yeah.
Yeska. That's
No.
terrible.
What was his real name again?
It
Caspian.
was no, not
Oh,
Caspian.
that
no.
kid.
It was. Don't say it out loud.
The
It
the
was
mistouched horror wanderer.
Yeah, so he was Krezgov.
Ilya Kreskov.
Ilya Krezgov. I'll write his name.
Ilya Krezgov, Hungerer of the Mists.
The mistouched hungerer.
So,
Yeah.
do the other adults partake in the brandy? Cora?
Cora definitely does.
Ez?
Yes. You're pushing this brandy. What have you done to it?
Anyone? There is a spell of attraction on this brandy. All the women flock towards Halvor.
Okay, so brandy is consumed.
Does Muriel consume the brandy?
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Zero charges. It is gone.
You know, I really love this ritual of binding for the amber for the amber thing. And like, oh right, okay, yeah, casting time, yeah, components, yeah, okay, stanzas, yeah. Materials, enough salt to create a circle, yeah. 6 blessed lanterns, cool. Blood of an evil man, nice. A block of amber, 5 foot wide and 10 feet tall.
Where the fuck would you have got one of those? Oh, I know.
That might be the sticking point.
If only we'd been somewhere there was a shit ton of amber.
Yeah, but we weren't going to bring it back anywhere, were we? So we're either going
Could
doing
have
it.
put it in the bag of holding,
way.
couldn't you?
No, won't fit.
I thought everything fits in the bag of holding.
Halvor sits in it like beep, beep, backing it into the bag.
Technically, you can only put into a bag of holding what is small enough to fit in when the bag opens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You've got Handy Haversack, which has a bigger opening and can hold bigger things.
There was me imagining it to be
But if
like
you also
Mary
run-
Poppins.
If you also run
It
the
is.
opening under a hot tap for a few seconds, and you're able to stretch it more.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a Mary Poppins bag, but Mary Poppins, you can't fit a 5 foot wide thing in it. It still has to come out of the bag hole.
Hmm.
Yeah, you couldn't get like a grand piano into Mary Poppins' bag.
I'm pretty sure she pulled out something pretty ridiculous.
It was a
There was,
lamp.
there was a
Lamp
standard lamp, I remember that. But I'm sure
Yeah.
she had something that was bigger than that too.
A hat rack.
Yeah, so like Mary Poppins could put like a lamp, like a street lamp, in her bag because it can fit
Because
the
it's
width of it,
narrow.
but she couldn't get a
As long as she didn't put it in
piano into
sideways.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, what is this session turning into?
But you don't put a bag of holding in a bag of holding because bad things happen.
Oh yes.
What
it is.
happens? What happens?
not
So
know
when you
this?
do that, this is great. So if you place it into an extra dimensional place, it destroys both items and opens the gate to the astral plane. The gate
Nice.
originates where one item was placed inside the other. Any creature within 10 feet of the gate is sucked through it to a random location on the astral plane. Then the gate closes.
Do you reckon that
This gate-
Strahd might have a bag of holding up at his Ravenloft? That would be awesome.
See,
Like, hey, can you just put this in your bag for us? Cheers.
It was my go-to trap that I was going to try and do in the Sandman game because I was an artificer. I could create bags of holding, so I was going to just create 2 and have them around as grenades all the time. You go to the astral plane. You go to the astral plane. All these people just completely traumatized, taken from their normal lives and quantum leaped into some random place.
I mean, I feel that's effectively what I'm doing with all my owls, isn't it? Aren't they just?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I'm just trapping them. Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Ah well. I generally get them killed, so it's not that much of a problem.
Yeah, summoning Fae, kill them. It's all right. Yeah, but I'm just seeing the Drake meme now. Killing Fae. Ooh, saving liches.
So
Breathing creatures can go inside this bag as well. Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures.
I did say to Halvor, if I die, can you just put me in the bag of holding, and then I'll be preserved there until you can save me again, because presumably no time passes there, so it could be like a minute later.
Yeah, but your soul's still gone though. Your body wouldn't
Well,
perish. But
does
your
Cora have a soul anyway? It's debatable.
fair.
Yeah, it's Halvor with ginger.
You cheeky bastard.
Okay, folks, what are we doing? Let's
Yeah,
get back on
what are we
track.
doing?
What are we doing?
Where are we? What's happening?
You're in
This
Krez.
is
Where you
weird.
want to pick?
It's like
This
yeah.
is like a weird. This is
a
just
weird
like a fucking
shopping session.
Yeah, it's like a fucking stock take. This is basically like a clip show episode. It seems so far, where everyone just reads back and recalls things. So,
Yeah.
where are you going, group?
So we've basically looked around all the houses, right?
Yes.
All right. Shall we just go up to the abbey and see what's what and see if there's any freaks?
Before we
What-
can I check out the
why?
lake? Did we go past the lake? Is it still like all sparkly and shiny and shit?
The lake here?
Yeah, there's like a little pond at the other side.
Oh, the pond thingy. Yeah.
Actually, that's a good idea. I've got an empty wineskin now, so I'll scoop up some water.
Hungry's
doesn't
just
do
drunk
anything.
it all. It's gone.
Oh, actually, wasn't it a thing where as soon as you take it away from the lake,
Yeah,
it's
it just
not
turns normal.
magic?
It
Yeah.
turns normal water. Yeah. I did that.
Yes,
Yay.
it is. It is still there. I don't have the animated map imported for it actually. But
I'm
yes,
gonna
it is still
drink
there.
some.
Is it still sparkly and shiny and stuff?
Yes.
I just shout, Sergey!
There's still a reek of magic about Andalus.
Yeah. Unless we went in there.
I want to go in.
I want to drink some.
I have to fucking remind myself.
what it was. Because
But
it
no,
would
no,
have
the exact deets of what it did.
God, the last time we were here
Yeah.
messing with this lake is when we had Moxie with us.
Yeah, it was in Fantasy Grounds, so it's just never come through because I'm like, yeah, well, they left Kresk, and we're going to need those sort of that level of detail. This is
Oh,
Well,
damn
there's
it.
nothing,
Oh, yeah.
there's nothing important here, guys.
This is
Love a bit of
the
Italian.
strangest session. Let's have a look. There was an amount. There was something you got, but I think it might have been the first time you drink from it, which is what I'm trying to just confirm.
Yeah, I healed up from it, if I recall, last time. To be fair, I didn't know what to do
Yeah,
last
it's
time.
the first time someone drinks from it.
Okay.
But it tastes sweet and fresh.
So can I have full HP now?
No, because it wasn't a full heal. It was 1d8 plus the effect of the lesser restoration spell.
Okay. Can I roll 1d8 plus the effect of a lesser restoration spell?
You can. I don't think lesser restoration will do anything for you. Let's have a look.
I don't think I have any.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
How many of us there actually got werewolf curses that we've not dealt with?
Oh yeah.
I definitely have.
That's part of the reason why I
3 of
added
you.
the cursed status in combat utility belt
Yeah.
to remind us.
You have cursed status?
Let me show you this one.
Oh.
Little pentagram to
Yeah.
remind me that I'm cursed when I get bitten. But it was only added after we got bitten, so
Yeah,
Yeah, I
people who
thought.
were bitten were Halvor, Bartandalus, and Ez and Muriel.
Do I not get bitten? Awesome.
Didn't think you did in that fight. You were Little Miss Evasive against Emil.
I only got it at the beginning. When I was in the thingies, when he grabbed my hands.
well, I'm gonna mark myself so I remember that I'm cursed.
Yep. I'm gonna... Is there a pentagram with a question mark? Because I want that one. Wow, so many icons now.
Yeah, but very helpfully it says what they are because
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
of
like
amongst
that.
the little helpful thing. Amongst the little details, that's what it's called. So yes, I mean, Botandalus, why do you want to go to the Abbey?
I feel drawn to it.
You're
Not
not
in
being told to go there.
No, not in that kind of way, but there's a lot that's happened, and I don't know, maybe it was what happened to Father Petrovich. I feel like it's about as close to Lathander as anywhere else in Barovia. I understand if you don't want to. It was just for me.
Well, we're here, and like you say, honestly, I don't think I want to venture out of these walls until we've had the chance to sleep again. But that's not going to be for a while. So we've searched the rest of the town. I might as well have a quick look in the abbey. But let's make it sharpish. I don't want to get ambushed by any creeps.
Ambushed by creeps.
Like Otto and
The
Blotto.
the other ones.
Yeah, which we
Otto,
can all
I like to get
come back.
Otto. It seemed that way.
What was that pre or post killing the abbot? I can't remember. Although he did say that they never die, so maybe I don't know.
Although,
I'm not
didn't
sure.
we properly murder Agatha? But maybe given long enough time, she would still come back.
Let's go find out. We're a lot stronger now than we were.
Cool. Let's fast travel.
And fast travel you do up the lengthy switchback that overlooks Krezg until you find yourselves up, wind whipping you a bit, just turning off the top of a path, rounding the corner, back to being at the winery, the abbey.
Alright, I didn't want to interrupt your thinking. When we get to the bottom of the path, I would like to spend 10 minutes casting alarm, so that we can at least see if anybody.
What
begins
follows
to-
you up the path?
Pardon?
What follows you? If anyone's following you up the path?
Yeah.
Well,
What's
remember last time we were here?
Isn't it just 1,000 feet? Isn't it? For,
Alarm. Oh, is it?
for alarm? Might be wrong.
You know, it's been such a long time since I've used the damn spell. You might very well be right.
On the way up, I'd like to just see if there's any footprints on our
Okay, make a
journey.
survival check.
Anyway.
Remember last time we were here? We were fleeing from the mountainous figure and were saved by that bird person.
Yeah.
But within 1 mile.
Oh, cool. Okay.
As I'm walking up, I've already got my my symbol to Lathander on my necklace. I've got it out, and I'm just kind of like holding it.
Okay. Cora, no tracks at all. You are walking up.
Fab.
You're walking up virgin snow the entire way.
Oh yeah.
It's better because you know no one's trodden in it before. Says Colin.
As when we're kind of like heading up, I will suggest that we all turn our lights off.
So we should go in this high up. A light will be seen for miles beyond Krezg. It might be better that we don't let anybody know that we're definitely coming up here.
Okay, but then we won't be able to see.
I'll guide us. I'm pretty sure I've got dark vision, right? I have got dark vision.
I'm not now. I'm pretty sure I cast dark vision on myself when I was on the wall climbing over. So we're just on a new scene.
It persists across scenes, but in future you should now have. We don't have a dark vision status, Halvor. Could you make a effect? Could you make a dark vision effect?
Do we not?
No, apparently not.
Oh no, in are you using the? Oh, sorry, you mean in terms of the status?
Oh
effect?
yes, so yes, a status icon.
Well,
just so that
you
it
can,
does
you can
change
make
with
it as a
the-
marker, but it doesn't actually change your vision.
No,
It can't be
no.
done.
Oh no, I tried. It's the first thing I tried, and then when I looked it up, I said, "Oh, for one fucking thing you can't do." But if we
It's
make a monk,
taunted. It's a pair of little eyes.
yeah, taunted is good for now. So only Barthandelus has it, yeah.
Plus, I haven't got the taunt ability yet because I'm not high enough level. So
Okay, so yes, you're up at the abbey.
Okay. Then I'd say when we get inside the walls,
might be a little bit more comfortable using lights. But maybe, I don't know, maybe keep the sun sword on the down low as much as possible for now.
Okay, I can do that.
Hey, while we're up here, what about that frozen grave? This was the entire campaign! I just want to go back to the grave! Whose grave? Was it just Vasili's grave?
Just a guy called Vasily.
Fuck me.
Cora's...
Is it this dark?
It is middle of
Cora's
the night.
what?
Does Norris see in the dark?
No,
Yeah,
it's just a
he's
perception.
an owl.
Perception. He doesn't see in the dark. He doesn't have a magical fact of dark vision. He just has he has better perception.
So
Yeah,
would
he has advantage.
So if she's in the darkness, she'd be better off with him perched on her shoulder, looking through his eyes as she's walking.
No, surely he's got the same vision as me in the dark, hasn't he? 'Cause
Of
I've
course
got...
you have, of course you have. Oh,
He's one of the few people I can actually see right now.
So you're inside the walls.
What do you think? Safe enough for just a little bit of light?
I could use a light spell. Keep it covered a little bit.
I can do a lesser light with the sunblade.
Sure.
I will do the minimum light, which is 10 feet. Cora, that's the way we came from.
I was planning. I thought it'd be a good idea for some of us to flank either side. Seeing as I've got good vision behind, maybe you
I
guys
see.
could go ahead.
We're missing a wolf.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's
good
still
point.
here. It's still here.
They both fight as one, these two now. You just need a single token with them both.
Here in the windows.
Yeah, a light dances around a. It'd be a bit dramatic to say it's dusty. It's only been a few weeks since you've been in here, but a cold, empty room. No, they're not. They're not actually locked. Sorry, they're locked on the map for some reason. I hastily drew and mapped this 2 weeks ago, thinking, "What the fucking Abbey? Gotta make it in fucking Foundry."
Had we been in every room in here?
Yeah, back in the.
Yeah, back in the day,
think so.
absolutely.
I'm gonna look inside the well because we heard Frog Boy in the well last time. I'm gonna
You
look
see-
in the well.
You see a slight glassy reflection of Halvor's light dancing off the water, but no movement. Certainly no giant blobby frog woman clung to the side of the well.
Do you want to check out the creepy haunted bit first or the abbey first?
I mean, they're both pretty creepy and haunted, though, right?
Yes, but in one of them we actually heard like screams of the dead and shit, remember? And the bed was like rattling.
I mean, I'm not really bothered about exploring every area of those places. I feel like there's not going to be much left from when we were here last time.
So should we go in these buildings or just check inside the abbey itself?
Isn't this bit where we found what's his face?
Dantalion.
Yeah. Ah.
I almost don't know if I prefer it being this quiet or it's just a little creepy knowing what used to be here.
This one is the way in.
Do you want to go up
the stairs, or are we going to explore the rest of downstairs first?
I think we should check downstairs first.
Remember, these, despite what the map shows, these are actually like iron barred doors. You can see into these rooms through the doors, so I'll just actually open them all for those purposes.
Yeah, these were the rooms that where D'Artagnan was kept, wasn't it? One of these.
What happened to D'Artagnan in character? I can't remember.
I ran away.
He's
He
still,
went
in
off.
your house. He's back in your house. In
is he
the
still in the
Lackey.
house?
Yeah. He's
Is he?
stopped existing.
He not want to fight, or he didn't want to team up with some dodgy dude or something.
He
Sure.
didn't like the skeletons.
I really can't remember. I've given it no thought in over a year.
Yeah, because he was anti-helping the dead. But yeah, basically he had an in-character reason for not being here out of character. Oh, look at this! There's no trigger on these. You can tell how old this map is.
There's not. Yeah, this is a very crude port over from Fantasy Grounds. Let me just move you all to.
This map's
next one.
brand new!
Let's have a look. Oh, God, I have them all on again. Fuck me. Right.
Just put us on. You don't need to put the others on unless you need to.
Yeah. Exactly what I'm doing.
I mean, if there was absolutely nothing here, you could have just said like, "Yeah, you have a look around. There's nothing there."
Oh, you have to toggle yourself back to your sun sword configuration. No, I can't say you look around, there's nothing there, because there's always something Barthandelus thinks of, and I'd say, you look around, there's nothing there, you go, well, actually, DM, what I wanted to do was, so we'll let you look around.
Sure, that's alright.
Oh, yeah, I should probably bring you to the map.
Yeah.
Instead of
I was like, go
setting it up
around
and-
the same map.
I just set it all up, and then I just sat back and watched and waited. You should be on it now.
Yeah.
This was where the hauntings were happening.
Was that us?
Nope, you heard it after Halvor spoke.
Was it coming from in here or out there?
So it's come from this way.
We had that invisible presence last time, right?
Yes. Ah! Oh God.
You hear uneven footsteps on wood.
I'd remember these rooms.
Yeah, it got a little bit dark in here. Whoever you are here, we don't mean to hurt you. We're here to help.
Oh!
There's someone in here, Halvor. Hey,
Sort of blink back from the light. They blink back from the light a bit and pull their hand across their face. You
survived.
I did. Have you come to finish me?
No.
As you killed the others? As you killed the master?
they all attacked us. Yeah.
We mean you no harm. He instigated violence against us, your master. We had no choice. Are the others, did any of them survive?
They did. They returned. They returned as we always do until they were taken.
Well, the town is no more. Everybody is dead.
Great feeder.
Indeed. Did it feed on any of you?
Yes.
And yet you return.
No. It is not return.
They haven't returned since the hunger came.
The Dark Prince came first, and he took Agatha with him to join Cyrus. But then the Great Feeder came,
And the others fell upon him, but he consumed them. And they did not return.
Are you the last one here?
Yes.
Do you wish to stay here? There's more safety with us than there is on your own.
No. No. You could not tend to this place. I alone must tend to it. The work will be long and arduous. But I must. Where else would I go? I will not serve.
Well, we'll wish you good fortune then in serving. Is the abbey open or locked? We would visit upon it.
It is not locked. There is no need. It is only me.
That is true. Well, we will stay only briefly.
You say that you will not serve. You served the abbot, though.
I did. By choice. But I will not serve you in your troop. And I will not serve the Dark Prince whose side is an Agatha.
Who is Cyrus?
A cousin. Long since taken into his service.
What does he do?
I know not since the Dark Prince took him. He just serves in his cathedral.
At Ravenloft?
Yes.
What of the Morning Lord? Do you serve him?
This is not a holy place anymore. It's not been since you slew the master. And his radiant blood fell upon the floor.
It was an unholy place long before we came along.
And yet you knew and you saw what he was. And still, you slew him with your dark hand. I saw it. I saw the magic. I saw what you did to him.
I did. I have not yet made my peace with it.
So I imagine.
I have taken his name. I no longer go by Eckhart Poe. I am Bartandalus.
Ilanariel.
I'm not. I hope to finish the work that he came here to do.
Well, if you succeed in that venture, then perhaps you will return here and take his place. But until then, I will not serve. I will merely tend.
I not.
Leave me now if you keep this bright light. It hurts.
He rubs at his eyes a little bit with the back of his scaly arm.
Lathander, watch over you. As I'm leaving, I will stop and turn back and say, your cousin, is he gifted in magic or other abilities?
No, but he is obedient.
Presume, and I kind of like gesture towards him, we'll know him when we see him. He has your curse, yes? As a Bellevue?
A curse. Perhaps to some. He is small of stature. Eccentric in nature. Highly intelligent. Despite its demeanor.
Cyrus. Well, thank you for your time.
And you see, bends down, starts picking up bits of like a glass flask that you seem to have knocked off the table.
You don't happen to have any potions, supplies, do you? There's nothing left in the town. We've searched it from top to bottom. We could do with all the help we can get before we go and face the Dark Lord.
And he sort of looks a bit, not full right amused like you've made a joke, but he isn't sure if you're being serious for a moment. He's like,
Healing potion. Why? When I was in the presence of one with such power, would such drafts be necessary?
That's fair. I give him another nod again and step away.
Is there something you wish to say to me, or are you going and making pizza or letting the dogs out, Lindsay?
No, I'm just sitting and thinking.
Okay.
and he will, unless Cora instigates conversation with him, he'll just return to the business of cleaning and scrubbing. And we throw ourselves against Mr. Oh, Halvor. Halvor reveals his nature.
Into the middle.
Halvor floats.
What's this up and down shit? You can't even diagonal? Ugh!
Oh, I'm special. I can diagonal.
I can push 2 keys at once. Look how special I am.
It's so critical.
Well, there's nothing in there. We cleared everything out in here, don't we?
You did.
And I will just take a moment looking at where he turned to nothing. He turned to golden dust. And I'm gonna kneel down and hold on to my holy symbol, and I'm gonna pray under my breath for a little while.
Halvor watches over Bartenderless.
After some time, what do we think?
It is noble that it troubles you, but he had fallen to his madness. You only did what you could.
I don't regret doing it. It was a blessing, I suppose. It doesn't make it was easy, but it was the right thing to do. I served the Morning Lord, still do, far longer than I've served you.
Indeed, twice you have served him now. This time, I sense it will stick.
Twice I've served him?
Before you lost faith in him.
I never lost faith. I never had it in the beginning. You were just someone that had to keep at arm's length till I knew exactly what you were. Not that I even think I do, but we've all got to make a deal at some point, right?
Your covenant with me does not exclude you from worshipping him.
I know. You said it yourself enough. His gifts help keep me alive, and that benefits you. Just... I don't know. I feel like since we got here, we've destroyed every part of the Morning Lord that existed in Barovia. Every holy figure who worshipped him that we've come in contact with is now fallen, either directly or indirectly because of us. I feel like I'm the last one here, and that's a lot, maybe.
You could always train more.
Dreaming I'm staying. Who knows what happens if we beat Strahd?
Indeed.
If this place is of his making, then I suppose it doesn't matter who was here before. I don't imagine any of them will be here afterwards. It's something I've started to come to believe. I don't think we're necessarily going to be able to help any of the people here. If we manage to destroy Strahd, and this is his domain, then I don't even know if this domain and the people here continue to exist. Is that how it works?
That would be for the Dark Lord to decide.
That would be for Strahd to decide whether it continues without him? Or the Dark Lord takes over?
Halvor, what are you doing?
I don't know. Do I hear any of this, or is it all mental?
You don't hear Tenebris. It's up to Bartender. Listen, if he was lipping what he was saying, if he was lipping or if it was in his head.
Could I come back in? I fell through a wall.
There's a little face in the window.
Hello.
A floor up.
I don't know. Maybe while I was praying, if I was speaking, that parts of it, I didn't realize I was saying out loud. He maybe knows I was speaking to Tenebris.
Considering some of it was so it was actual prayer, I probably wouldn't be paying super attention. I'd mostly just be kind of keeping watch.
Sure.
Yeah, our Father who art in heaven. Yeah, of course I'll kill
blah,
them
blah,
all.
blah.
Yeah. Kill all humans. So yeah.
And
I stand up and look around. What do you want to do? Do we stay here or... I don't know.
Cora,
Hi.
can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Do I get the knowledge to walk through walls? Cora looks up the tower here, because there's a tower above us, isn't there? Here.
Mm-hmm.
And the rope that's dangling down. And she pulls the rope.
She pulls on a rope.
Does a bell ring?
There is a single loud dong.
Cora!
I look over at Bartandless and I pull the rope again.
Dong.
When she looks at me, is there like any gleam in her eye or anything? Does it look like she's being controlled?
Make me a insight check.
You know what? It was my presumption, and it seems out of character, so I will try and body her away from it.
I grab onto the rope as he tries.
Yeah, I'll be helping try to get her away from it.
I'm just holding onto the rope as like,
we're kind of like
I'm
trying
imagining
to-
one leg each of them, and I'm just holding onto the rope.
And I just look at her, cut the rope!
Dong.
I wing the sunblade through the rope. And then I smash Cora's face in.
You just hear a laugh, and the cabinet doors slam and rattle, and a cloth that isn't over an actual body, it was just a cloth on this table, if you remember from last time, sort of whips off onto the floor, and just general poltergeisty behaviour. And Cora, yeah, you were stood there talking to them, and then suddenly you're on the floor.
What the hell, guys?
And I'm looking around the room. Did we hear that?
Yes.
Sound like it's coming from this cupboard.
No, the cupboard started rattling, and then shit started moving about.
Could we tell where the noise was coming from? Did it seem to be coming from the cupboard?
Or like invisible noise.
You rang the bell, Cora.
What?
Yeah, well, you didn't. But you did.
And I look out of the window, and I see the giant S. And the big giant compass rose.
It's like we're in a game!
Inspect the cupboard and whatnot.
It is very bare. I believe you took a potion of healing and some coins from this last time. It is now
Honestly,
entirely
I've probably still
empty.
got it in my inventory.
Is the square that's immediately north of me just like a chimney breast? There's not actually a chimney there.
Yeah, correct.
There's nothing up in the tower, like an upper floor, is there? It's just a
There is
exposed
a bell.
area. It's a bell. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's it. It's just
yeah.
exposed bell.
If I look upwards where I am now, can I see anything else up there? There's no movement or signs of life or anything like that up there.
The gentle sway of the bell. But other than that, no.
If it can make me do that, then who knows what else it can make us do. We need to go.
Yeah.
No. Climb down the wall. We're going downstairs.
Okay.
Just to piss the GM off, making
No, that's fine.
levels.
Where did that come from?
You hear that come from a room you're heading down to as you go onto the stairs.
Where Basilica was butchered into a bajillion pieces?
Yes.
Or the cellar?
No, God, the cellar from the Basilica room.
I would still keep going down. I'm going to move quicker than I was before.
DM will put us onto the map in a minute, I'm sure.
I will. Moving you across, because this map also has a really weird thing. I know I haven't got teleportation pads set up, but weirdly, one map is a different, like a lot is rotated to a different cardinal direction than the others. It's like,
Yeah.
So weird.
Have you heard of rotating images?
But then the compass rose is on a weird angle.
It doesn't matter. That north is irrelevant to anything. North doesn't mean the top of the screen, DM.
This room is also, if you remember, just bathed in blood and giblets from when Strahd just tore Vasilka to shreds with his bare hands.
Does it look like it's aged blood now? It doesn't look like it's fresh.
It looks like a time-appropriate aging of blood from when it happened, which I imagine will be about 2 months in-game.
I presume it'd all be frozen now, wouldn't it, up here?
Yeah, probably a
Pretty
bit.
cold up here.
Run and stop abruptly on it and find out.
Can we see any footprints on the floor?
Make me a. In fact, you know what? Yeah, make me a survival check for it. You do see a couple of sets of varying ages. They seem to be from the same feet, same set of feet, to different times. You can identify a bit of an uneven gait, and one foot being a little larger than the other and having an extra toe.
That sounds familiar of one of
That's
the...
Cora's feet, right?
Hey! No need for such things. The freshest set of footprints, can I see which way they're heading? Are they leaving in any direction?
They are heading towards the door outside.
The door I just walked towards.
No,
No, the one he's pinging.
that's a window.
I knew that.
A window is only a door once.
When is a window not a window?
When it's ajar.
That's when a door's not a door.
Damn.
Close, but no cigar.
Basement.
Basement.
I don't have the map for the basement.
Can you draw it quickly?
Then
Yeah, we'll not go there. No, don't worry about it.
It's just a wine cellar, but is again
A lot of shitty old wine.
tapped. Yeah.
A lot of vinegar wine.
there was good wine.
Yeah, you
No,
took
we
it.
took it all. We took it all,
All
and
of
then
it?
we were like, do you know what? The barrels haven't been rotated or anything for centuries. It's probably not going to be good. I don't think we've ever actually tasted it.
Didn't you have to bail whilst we were filling up the kegs?
Yeah. I was filling up so I've got like 3 kegs of purple dragon crush or whatever it is.
Red Dragon Crush, and as you were about to do it, you had your second encounter with Garumash.
Yeah.
So there is not enough. There's no wine left that I can fill a wineskin.
No.
Rip. Okay, well fuck it, let's leave.
But I think we've actually got. I actually think we've got wine in the bag of holding. So we've got kegs of it because we've never sold it. Or did we end up selling it to the Vistani? 'Cause that's what I was going to do.
You spoke recently about giving it to the Vistani, but you haven't done anything with it.
We've just never been back, man.
No. So the gang's all back together.
Now we're outside in the snow. Can I still see footprints, or does the snow look like it's covered them?
They're snowed over at that point.
So not that recent then.
Do you all hear that scream?
Yes.
Oh, they were with us, weren't they? They were walking around.
Yes,
Sorry.
you were all
Gang.
together.
Yeah, the gang was all here. They did fucking nothing when Cora was ringing that bell. Just fucking stood there like a bunch of lemons.
Mm-hmm. So what are we doing?
I looked at Halvor and Cora.
Well, I say we head back down and make camp for the night by the time we get there, or I certainly don't think it's wise to be straying out when we're so low on resources.
Yeah, clearly we're not welcome here. There's a presence still. That's just going to cause us problems.
Indeed, this is, like I say, not only an unholy place, but it seems like spirits linger here.
Oh, also, sorry. This entire section of the wall is missing. So snow.
Oh, is it?
So a little bit of snow has blown in.
Does it look like a hungerer came in here at some point?
No, it looks like a Garamash came out of it through the wall. If you remember when you were phew, we've got away from him.
Right.
I think it was that particular entrance that gave him the Mr. X nickname.
Yeah. Then I guess we should walk out this way then, if we decided we're gonna head past this frozen grave, guys.
You're gonna start digging again.
I mean,
You did get into it in the end, remember? You had Vasili's skull in your bag.
Oh yeah, was there not something else in there?
At first, it was Strahd.
You opened it up and
yeah,
just
and then it was
Strahd
underneath
was
it.
laying
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It's an illusion, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I did do the Vasily skull thing.
Mm-hmm.
The grave. Okay, that's fine then. I look around see if there's any more interesting graves around here.
Yeah, let's have a look
Sergei
at some
von
of the graves.
Zarevich.
Yeah.
Eckhart Poe.
Ooh.
I mean, Eckhart Poe died a long time ago.
Yeah. So you want to head down into Krezk to what? To long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Okay. What are your plans going to be for the rest? For after that rest?
Well, providing we get a chance to long rest. I'm presuming we're going to head south towards the winery, folks.
Yeah, probably.
That's on the way back, right?
Yeah. Now that we've got arrows,
Yeah.
I don't think we're because we're either going to come across Strahd's folks or not. We're not in a position to move and try and keep ahead of them. So yeah, so I think we're just going to be cleaning up, and if that means we turn up to a burned down winery, then so be it.
Okay. I'm going to afford a rare amount of expedience here because I feel like we've kind of treaded a lot of water, I think, getting back into the swing of things here. So I'm going to say you are not molested on your long rest. So you do have a long rest, and I'm going to employ a rare bit of fast travel to have us get to the winery. Unless anyone wanted to do something particular on transit, on the journey, or make any stop-offs on the way, or on the road, or anything like that.
Yep.
Is the journey time from Krezk by wagon to the winery?
A few hours.
Okay. I'm going to start doing some summoning to try and get Thingy back. Angelo.
Oh, Angelo, yeah.
However many hours on the road out of my... Oh, actually, did I have to do it 8 hours straight? I can't remember.
I thought it's an 8-hour stint to resummon him, I think.
Right,
You'll have it in your codex. Where is the codex in your inventory?
at the top, I think.
Ah. Five hours. 5 hours.
5 hours to resummon him.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a 5-hour single stint. I don't think I'm probably going to find the time to do that because I imagine everyone's going to be wanting to move earlier. So is everyone going to want to move as soon as we've hit pretty much enough time to all be fully rested?
Makes sense.
Well, if there's quite a few of us and we're all trying to, yeah, do you know? I don't want to do the rest maths. I'll not do it. I'll not do it now.
Okay. Using Emil's theme all the time just because I quite like it for low Curse of Strahd music. So yes, you all get a long rest.
Yay!
Hell yeah. The DM had to give us a long rest because he wanted to fight us. And he can't fight us if we're all going to die.
Well, no, just because I didn't have anything else to throw at you in Krezk, I feel, and it made no sense for anything else to come rocking up there at the moment. So yeah, you would rest the night away.
Relief. Give Ryan some health, please!
I will do when we get to the winery. So yes, you're on the wagon. And should put a great big fire gif on it. You arrive at... You pull up at the winery, which seems normal. There's nothing notably different about it.
Are there lights on inside?
There are a couple of lights on inside, yes.
Then
We will say there are lights on these ones and coming from the door there. Obvious exits are north, south, and Dennis.
As we approach, I will take out my... Oh, I'm wearing my copper wire ring. and I will cast a message spell to Davian and say,
We're approaching outside. We got your message. Are you all okay?
We're absolutely fine. For now. Nice to have a bit of a heads up that you're coming, though. Just give a shit of us sometimes.
Don't know whether that was 25 words. I think you might have an enhanced version of messages pretty good. You have to teach me that sometime.
No,
Even I was then.
you could not handle my cantrips.
okay. That's it. I look to
Mura, seems like Davian's alright. Doesn't seem like there's any problem, but it sounds like he might know more.
Oh, Halvor's also inside. 2 Halvors.
Area.
Activating the map. Apologies. Okay, should be now be on the map. Or is it still loading for you all?
yes.
It's taking a very long time to load. There we go. It's not a particularly big map. I wonder why it did that.
It's all the enemies that run it.
Apparently, we do not own tokens with vision in this scene.
How about if I put Halvor back on? How about now, Halvor?
Ah, it's much better.
I still don't know. Thank you.
No!
You want to lead the way, Muriel?
Is Bartender on this map? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, so as the wagon... No, it's the wrong way around from when you set off, but yeah, Ez does like a really cool 180 handbrake spin as she pulls up. And the horses fade. Yeah, Muriel leads the way. As Bartandalis glances down the place where he was shivved. As you get in, sort of Adrian and let's say Emil Elvie have been crouched at one of the vats, and Adrian just turns and scowls and walks over.
You should not have crept away in such a fashion.
He pulls Muriel into a bit of a one-armed hug before giving her a bit of a push, a bit of a shove over in Elvie's direction.
Help Elvir.
She glances back at you as she goes and gives you a nod.
How goes it, Dave?
I'm sorry. We don't feel any different this morning, do we?
Oh yeah, thank you. Please roll Constitution saving throws.
Yeah. I did wonder.
Halvor feels fine.
Yowza. Sorry, Constitution.
Do I need to throw a con throw for the poison thing, or is that gone now?
No, that goes. It was only an hour, I think.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah, not really sure Bart's feeling today. Didn't sleep the best. Lot on his mind.
Is he having nightmares?
No.
Dreaming pleasantly of moons?
This is feeling fine. Muriel. Yeah, okay, cool. How were your ventures? I'm sorry about your wagon.
It's fine. How are you?
We're well. We're getting back into trying to bottle up, trying to rack up the next shipment. Oh, it's difficult when it's so dark. Thankfully, against all the odds, the grapes still seem to be growing.
Well, I don't know if you were planning on it, but you certainly don't need to worry about delivering anything to Kresk anymore.
How so?
There was a monster in the city, or in the town. Nobody is left.
All gone to Valaki then?
If there were any survivors, perhaps, but can't say for sure.
The gates were barred from the inside. Unluckily.
It's a lot of people.
Well, we can cross our fingers that some might have made it out, but yes, I don't hold too much hope at the moment.
What kind of monster? Something of Strahd's doing?
We think it's more likely the work of the abbot that used to live there.
Truly?
The abbot brought a child back to life some time ago. Seems like the child was still hungry. It was a hunger that couldn't be satiated, and he grew into a beast most terrible.
Is it still... I looked across you all, questioningly.
No.
There seems to be no end to your good deeds. Thank you for taking care of Muriel.
She doesn't need any taking care of.
She thinks that is concerning. What's next for you then?
You know, the Muriel got a message from Davian. There's some movement with Strahd and the wolves. We're hoping you might be able to give us some more information before we make a decision on that.
Yes, he said, well, you would have seen the moon turn to blood. And then many of Father's eyes and ears came flying back, speaking of something terrible happening at their cave. Strahd arrived, went in, and then the sky filled with blood.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Never. But then again, I've also never seen the sun disappear for weeks on end.
Seems like there's a lot of things happening since we got here, huh?
I didn't want to outright say it, but yes.
Are the birds not flying back north to find out what's going on?
They have guns since Father
calmed them somewhat. But no reports of anything different happening outside the cave, at least. Too risky for them to try and get inside. Too obviously us. You saw how they marched on us before.
Yeah. What do we do? What do we...
Usually drink, usually dance, usually bubble.
What an odd saying, Albon.
Sorry, it's from my homeland.
Do we carry on as we were? Or do we get sidetracked once again, dealing with whatever new thing comes up?
Do we think that going there is wise? I mean, the omens seem to indicate that they're stronger and more numerous than ever.
Yeah. I think whatever chance we might have had of defeating them, I get an inkling that time has now passed. They were strong before, but a blood moon? That don't sound good, right? Not when it comes to werewolf.
I
Not
certainly
great.
think so. Perhaps if we continue to try and restore some of the veins, that might help us in some way.
I am more than happy to go down that route.
You have a means of undoing what was done to them?
We've got a good idea.
There are rituals that must be performed, but it's going to be some time before we can do all three. And who knows what complications might show up.
I can't imagine there would be any. That sounds unlikely.
Well, I'm not entirely sure how we're even going to deal with the tree yet.
What will you do? What is this ritual?
One moment while I consult the book which tells me what this ritual is for the tree.
If you remember, you have some homework. You haven't yet really fully decided as a group which rituals you want to commit to doing at which veins.
I mean, it was pretty clear I thought, based on the book, which ones belong to which fane.
Okay.
So I was assuming that the one that belonged to that one, that was the one, the tree was the one that belonged to the huntress. So where the despoiled site was to honor a deity associated with strength, martial prowess, or hunting, declare a willingness to undertake a challenge. We did think that tree was related to the huntress, didn't we?
The mountain fane.
She slept within its bowels, I believe.
So we just got to go up there and be like, yeah, we'll take on your challenge. That's it, basically.
Might be worth you casting another eye over both of your books, remember, Cora?
Oh, that doesn't sound positive.
Or getting into a situation where you sit down with your companions and share the contents of those books amongst.
We've got them.
Oh yeah, cool.
I will.
Are we?
Yeah. I'll post them in thingy chat. In the Discord chat. So that was one page. And then I don't know whether that did it as a big page or not.
So is it not the case that it just Do we have to apply multiple things to the site then?
Maybe.
Well, it's more that it obviously shows there are structures of a ritual of reconsecration. It isn't just turning up and shouting, "Oi, Huntress, let's have it."
It basically is, isn't it? Perform at the site in question, honouring the deity by name, presenting a token or relic representing the entity, which could be my vote as far as I'm concerned. Honouring the entity by name again, making a further offering or undertaking a display of fealty, displaying depending on the entity being honoured, and once again honouring them by name. Sounds pretty easy to me.
Okay. So you think you will go to Yesterhill first?
Him so.
Yeah, if that one doesn't work, then there's not much point trying to traipse around trying to find a heart, I'm guessing.
And we can keep you appraised of if anything else is seen from the werewolf den that needs your attention.
Being found at the second question, honouring the entity by name. Okay. Yeah, are we wrong? I mean, it seems like of all of them, this is the most simple one.
Okay.
Well, if it doesn't work, then we'll soon find out.
Yeah.
We should gather some things that could be used to be tokens and offerings. I know you don't want to sacrifice arrowheads, but that was something that was left as an offering in the water temple to the Huntress.
Just because it was left before doesn't mean it worked.
Well, it was done by the people that worship the three before this place was even
we have some
Barovia.
pelts from wolves. We could use some pelts. It'd be preferred not to sacrifice arrows unless we must.
We can get more hours.
I would remind you again, you also have the specific stones that were in the three canopic jars within the altar dedicated to the ladies, that were described as tokens of the ladies.
We sure do have those, don't we?
Not giving them away.
Oh, they're so useful, though. Think of all those times I've used the magic stone of plant growth.
Yeah. All those times we forgot we had them.
What would we have done with some plant growth, though, really?
Yeah.
I mean, one of them does call lightning, so there's been a few times where that probably would have been useful.
Maybe.
I feel like Halvor used that once on the road in an ambush attack, I think.
I just used it to smash the building a bit.
Oh yeah, that too, yeah. And then I think the plant growth one was used, wasn't it, afterwards, to make nature
We used all
reclaim
three.
it a bit?
And then a big
You
typhoon
did.
swept it over.
You did use all three.
And then we forgot about them.
And completely forgot
Yeah,
about
for
them.
2 years.
Are you attuned to them?
Am I?
I don't know. Do they
I
require
don't
attunement?
we don't
think they
require it.
That's why they forgot. Who has them? Do you guys have?
I still have the plant growth one.
Lindsay has 2.
Do I?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have any.
Dantalion might have had one.
I've got a stone of good luck.
No, that wasn't on it. You
Do you
can
know
use
where
that as a
they are,
search
DM?
box, you know.
Let me have a look.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I don't.
Bag of
Perhaps we
holding?
put in the bag of holding, and then we just never put them on anybody.
I reckon they are in the bag of holding.
I don't remember seeing
The
them.
canoptic jars are all in the bag of holding. Don't know.
We lost them. That's
Do
shit.
not know. Well, the officers haven't come across some fantasy ground, so the group has not lost them.
I reckon Dantai might have had 2 then.
I honestly get a feeling that we did give him at least 1.
If he did, he would have handed it over to you at some point before you parted ways.
He took our stone and buggered off.
Okay.
God, think of all the plant growth I could have been casting.
Well, it's once per day resetting at dawn, so that's 1 plant growth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Well then.
You've grown 1 plant. Well done.
Hey, quite a big area, I think.
Yeah, I think plant growth's pretty crazy.
It's also a generally quite slow spell.
I was imagining more like a Jack and the Beanstalk style, no?
Yeah, that's how you get out of Barovia.
Ah, if only we'd known.
Plant growth is 100-foot radius. Yeah. If you cast it over 8 hours, someone else has posted it.
Half-mile
Oh, you
radius,
have got it. Cool.
Yeah.
That's the only one we have got.
Yeah.
But I presume it has no charges, so...
That's true.
If it
Which is
did have
natural.
charges, I would cast it here and then use that 1 charge.
To get double the wines.
Yep. It's the most important thing that we could grow, obviously. Forget food. Great,
I
mate.
think regrowing the Gulthias tree once it's been brought back to life might be quite nice. Regrowing the grove.
Is it not already growing? No?
It's pretty bad though, isn't it? It's like all undead trees and shit that have been fed into it.
Oh yeah, as long as we do it afterwards and not
Yeah,
not beforehand.
Yeah. Oh god, I've made a huge mistake.
So when do you wish to head to the Gulthias tree?
Now?
You've just long rested this morning.
Well, I will say that if I'm allowed to sit and learn a new spell for a while, in the event that we do have to fight it, I can learn Blight, which is very good for killing plants. So, just something to consider.
Discuss.
How long would that take?
A while, because it's a level 4 spell.
Speak to me like I'm 5. Or a barbarian.
Or Cora.
So learning spells. I'm trying to think. Do my ink halves the time? Oh no, my ink just means I don't have to have the resources done it. So I believe it is 2 hours per level.
That's what I thought.
Let me look. I don't know. I had all this written down at one point. Remember that time when I used to write stuff down? Yeah, a couple of hours per level of the spell. So it's a level, what did I say, level 4 spell. So it's gonna be like 8 hours for me to learn it.
That's quite a long time.
It is. I mean, unless we're suddenly in a rush somewhere, it depends whether we want to go in with me having Blight as a spell. Just to tell you, Blight. Oh, do you know what? Maybe this won't work. Because it's necromantic energy, and if it's an undead tree, then that might not actually do anything. Necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice that you can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. The target must make a Constitution saving throw. The target takes 8d8 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much. Blah 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 blah. If you target a plant or a creature or a magical plant, it makes a saving throw with disadvantage, and the spell deals maximum damage to it. So it's either going to take disadvantage and 64 damage per hit, albeit that's only when I cast it at level 4. And I can cast up to level 6, so I could literally deal 80 damage if it fails. Providing it's not immune to necrotic damage.
Or healed by it or some shit.
Or healed by
So
it.
if it's a plant, it's good. If it's undead, not so good.
I mean, it clearly is a plant. It's whether it is hindered by necrotic damage. I am
Well,
going to
classification-wise, I feel like there's a solid chance that it doesn't count as a plant.
I think it would probably be a monstrous plant. I think it would still be a plant, though.
Like a shambling mound's a plant. A tree, aberration.
Could be. Alright then, we'll not take the chance on that. With the necrotic thing as well, that's just too double bubbled that it might just not work.
I'm sure there are Curse of Strahd DM viewers who are like, haha, they made the wrong choice.
Yeah. I mean, given that this is Curse of Strahd, I would 100% imagine that it is not so easy. If you've got a Gulthias tree enemy, you're not going to be able to just absolutely wreck it with one spell.
Well, I'm hoping we don't have to fight it because, like Kavanos said, they were hoping to keep it alive and restore it to what it was rather than kill it, so we'll see.
Yeah. We fought near it once. We survived.
Final Fantasy VIII, though, the enemies level up with you.
Like those bloody wolves have now. We should have killed them all, like, back in the day when they were, like, level 3. Now they're all, level 12.
Before Van Richten's came out.
Yeah. Oh, no, you leveled them up with stuff from Van Richten's? They're all wet sturge. They're all wet sturge now. Okay, then. Yeah, then in that case, I don't feel the need to necessarily do that. I feel at some point I should probably send a spell, a sending spell to Mordenkainen to let him know I've got his book. But yeah, if we feel like we want to go, I guess now's as good a time as any.
Okay. So are you taking the wagon?
No point in leaving it, eh?
Yeah, you can get it. I mean, you might be able to get it all the way up Yester Hill.
No.
You can certainly get it to the bottom of the mound.
It's then leaving it out in the open, very exposed, and it doesn't go any quicker than the rest of us walking anyway. So
No.
Ah, true.
we leave it.
Okay. Is Caspian coming with you?
Probably shouldn't, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
he's useless. Leave him here. He's a
Yeah.
pain in the ass.
I will say to Caspian,
No.
You-
No.
You've been through a lot. You should probably wait here for our return.
He will nod. Is there anything you want me to do or study again whilst I'm here?
Are we finished decoding?
we have. Do you know what? I might give him the Durst spellbook.
Oh, okay.
So I've pretty much got everything from it I need. And yeah, I'll hand it over to him soon.
With a little help from Davian, if he's got nothing going on, he might help you start working your way through this. If you're interested, of course. Not quite worked out where your prowesses lie yet.
He takes it and nods. Travel safely, and I'll see you soon when you return.
Not. I look to Adrian.
Send our regards to Davian. We know he likes to not be disturbed.
I will. I'll keep an eye out for you. You'll be hearing from him.
We'll have a lot to tell him when we come back.
Changes are afoot.
presume you want to be keeping Muriel here.
Absolutely. She should not have crept away. But she will do what she will.
She's going to creep away anyway, then surely it's better that she travels with us than creeping around on her own.
We have business to discuss first, so perhaps for this venture, she remains.
I nod. Very well.
You're not taking the wagon.
No,
Okay.
but
Oh, yeah.
I will look to Halvor and say, do you think we will need the gem?
The one in the winery.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have expected it to be so, but it's possible. We do have the stones that are tokens of the ladies themselves.
I don't suppose we know enough about its magic to know how to use it anyway, so...
Other than burying it.
We'll leave it for now then, I guess. Do we think we should contact Yenny and Laura?
It couldn't hurt. Perhaps they know something we don't, or could help. Especially since one of them is the big cheese.
It's gonna cost me.
I don't think that Yenny will help us, but we've got a chance with Laura.
Then if we're sending a message, what do you want me to say?
How much of your resources does that drain?
Level 3 spot.
Oh,
It's not too bad. I mean, I've got, so now I've got 1 6th level, 2 5th level, 3 4th level, 3 3rd level, 3 2nd level.
She was
So-
happy enough to send the rock to us to ask us where we found things. She knows that we've got the ability because she asked us and we told her. So
I would be tempted to, if we were going to message her to let her know that we were going, to do it after we had spent the day doing something like learning spells, so that we would arrive at the maximum capacity. But if you think that you can spare it, then sure, then let her know we are going immediately, if so.
We're feeling pretty fresh. I'm just thinking if we said something before we went, you know, if Laura felt like she needed to be here, Yenny could get her here, right?
Certainly, and that's if she hasn't already gone off on her own way.
I think if Laura wants to get somewhere, the rock will take her.
I don't think there's much of a parking spot in Vallaki for that thing.
The fucking rock, it makes a parking spot wherever it wants.
It is the parking spot.
Yeah.
We should at least let them know. Just send them a message, maybe to Yenny over Laura. Let her decide on it. How and if they should help.
Yenny seemed very confused about the whole Fane situation. I think that Laura might be a better choice. Although I'm not really sure how message works. Last time we spoke to her, she didn't have a voice, right?
It's telepathic. It's not a problem. Plus, she did. I think she was speaking by that point, right? It was hurting her, but I think she was speaking.
Yeah, you've spoken to her via Sending since, and she talks fine.
Yeah. Well, the way you spoke to her in person, I think, as well.
Yeah, she was a bit husky in person.
I don't know what. Just tell her we're going to try and sanctify the Fane Is there anything we need to do? Does she want to come along for the ride? Although I don't.
Well, her presence is always going to be comforting, especially if it turns out to be needed.
And if she can read the spell or incantation before and work out whether or not we're on the right track, then it'd be good to know that beforehand.
It's a lot of words, though. We can't get it all over there.
No, but I thought you were going to ask her to meet with us.
I mean, I could. All right. And I will use a slot for casting Sending. And I will say... We're restoring Mountain Fane. Have Ritual. Would appreciate help, if possible.
Should we tell her where to meet us?
At Winery. Can you meet us? Bartandalus. That's 19. Do I get 25? Or is it 20 with Sending?
25.
25. Okay.
Batandas. Cora, Halvor, and Ramfang.
Okay, so Bartandalus. Before I say Bartandalus, I'll say pass message to Yenny. It's Bartandalus. That was IT''S, so it's one word. Bartandalus.
Nice contraction. It is not my place to assist you, but I will wish you fair fortune. Remember, the hunt takes from you.
What does she mean it's not her place to assist us? It's exactly her place to assist us.
Well, not necessarily, because it's us having to give worship to her, I guess.
I'll give worship, but help us get to that point, eh? God.
It's all part of the natural way of things. It is not her way to meddle.
It's all take from that girl. She's not even giving me proper horns yet. I've still just got bits of coral sticking out my head.
They snap off.
How rude!
I recite what was said. Looks like we're not getting any help, but the hunt takes. Hunt takes. Does that mean we have to give? The hunt takes. Hunt takes.
I imagine that means that we'll have to make some sacrifices.
Yeah.
But who knows what?
I know we can find something on the way.
Does she mean the hunt takes as in takes life?
Oh no. The hunt takes. So do we have to give? Will they try and take something from us? Will they try and take one of us?
Maybe we should take Caspian along.
Sacrificial lamb. Well, seems like as ever with these things, we spend more time thinking about what we need to do than doing, so I say we just go and do what we always do and freestyle our way through it.
Very well. Let's go.
And can Adrian, DM, please just roll me a will saving throw with disadvantage?
Will save. God.
Yeah, will.
So, oh no, sorry. It's a DC
The
14.
year is 2034. The edition is 9th. Bot handler still says will save.
He does not pass it.
It does not pass it.
Okay. Is his name Adrian
Martikovis.
I have sent you the name.
What the hell is that? Do I have any reference to that?
No. No, you have not.
Interesting. Okay. I will give the nod and
We'll see you upon our return, Adrian.
Very well. Travel safely.
and we'll head out.
Very well. So you're going on foot.
Yeah.
I will jump us there. It's only a short walk, a short trip to Yester from Gulfires.
It always look this swampy.
Fair. Last time we came here, it was
It was
daytime.
daylight.
Yeah. This is not a map that seems to attune particularly well to a dark lighting palette. It's normally
Oh, my dog's at the back door. 1 second.
normally looks more like that.
What, lightning?
Has it not applied the change?
No, I've just got lightning. I see.
You've seen too much.
So, are we at the base of Yester Hill?
Yeah, you're here, and remember there's no path straight up. There is just a gradual ring around path, like you're visiting Beeston Castle. But we can say that you are ascending as a group if you wish to.
We're ascending as a group.
I would like to, on the way up, just check for footprints and make sure there's no recent fresh footprints on our way up.
Make me a survival check.
So, I'm back.
I will assist her.
Oh, in that case, I'll roll again.
Okay. As you ascend the ring path up to the top, you do not find any fresh-looking footprints whatsoever.
Even with a new fancy survival check.
Yeah. I know how to read the numbers. Don't worry.
I
There's
just
nothing.
didn't know if it had rolled and come up for you yet or not.
Yes, it had. Yeah, there was nothing. And yeah, as
That's good.
requested, you make your way to the top, and you find yourself entering the grove that contains the Gulfires tree.
So between now and that point, hey, oh, this is a nice map.
I mean, it's alright.
By your boy, bad cartographer.
Oh man, you done me dirty.
God, do you not have friggin' maps with no watermarks on?
Yeah, he has. This is a very old one I got off him. Couldn't
Yeah,
be
this is the
arsed
free
going
one.
and
He's
getting it.
literally a patron that has access to all my stuff, but it's also good to see my logo. Well, it would have been. So, DM, I had to quickly go and let my dog out the back door, and then we've already hit the
Yeah.
Goldice tree. I did want to mention his name and see if Esmeralda had heard.
Before you
What,
even
your
let,
dog's
do you mean,
name?
or do you mean on? Do you mean
Oh
en
yeah,
route?
yeah, en route, and then it was like you're at the thing. I was like, oh, our dog's needing a shit, and then we're here. So, can I don't know whether it's going to make any difference about anything.
Ez would also not have heard that before.
Okay. So I will say out loud. So his name is Adrian Martikov, Dusk Talon's son. That's his true name. So, yeah, that's that. I wasn't looking to keep that to myself in character, but I will have definitely wrote that name down in my book.
Okay, and yeah, the words flare with a little burn and sizzle, and the page is blank again.
Ooh.
So yeah, what do?
What do?
You see the Gulfias tree stretching out before you.
Is it pitch black here?
It's still nighttime. It's nighttime all the time.
Okay.
It's, I mean, am I right in thinking that we...
Okay.
Oh, don't disturb the tree. Am I right in thinking that they said there was some kind of space underneath the tree?
Yeah.
So, do you think we're going to have to try and get into it without getting eaten by it?
I have no idea.
Well, we could try and approach it stealthily and get in unnoticed.
I don't imagine this thing's gonna have any problem seeing us.
Then what do you suggest? We run in and try and get into it, or do you want to fight it?
And seeing it swaying about. I guess it's just a silhouette of darkness that we can see from here, right?
And let's say some glowing red eyes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ooh.
Just put one core. Ooh.
A little eye lit up.
One glowing red eye.
Oh, another one.
He's spying us.
Oh. Is this happening in real time?
Yeah, they were already been there. I was just trying a bit of a light effect
okay.
on for you.
I thought he'd like woken up or something.
Who disturbs my slumber?
So do you think we could stealthily try and scout around for an entrance, or make a dash for it?
I mean, this whole place seems different from when we were last here.
It's as if someone's drawn a different map or something.
Lower quality now.
Fucking dare you. I think from here we should go back to the Sir Falls Bridge as well. I mean, do we even know how we get in? Do we know whereabouts?
Nope.
I feel like I should have made this map easier. So many goddamn routes now.
Looks to me like we either follow the path and swing around the back of it, or try and scale the rocks. I presume where the dead body is where an entrance could be, since that's where they were leaving bodies.
This is where the DM probably turns and says, actually, in this one, that body isn't there.
Well, it's probably been eaten by the tree.
I was wondering if it was like stood there as sentinel, like an alive dead body, you know?
No, by raw, the description is that there is a body at the base of the tree and there is a silver axe stuck into the tree, but there is a variant of this map where there was no...
The body's there, but you'll have seen the body on your previous visits here. There is no axe sticking out the tree.
I guess head to the body then.
Let's go.
In a stealthy way or no?
I mean, stealthy until we're not. I ain't the best at stealth as it is, though.
I know,
I could
but
help you with that.
do we use magical stealth?
Couldn't hurt.
Very well.
And with the core, I could potentially check how much invisibility costs and if I've even got it prepared. Which I do. So when I cast invisibility at 3rd level or higher, I can target 1 additional creature each spell slot above 2nd level.
So does that mean you can only have like 2 or 3?
It costs me be a level 5 spell to have all 4 of us.
So I can have everyone within 30 feet of me have Pass Without a Trace for
And
level
we've got
2.
And we've got invisibility. Well, I'm
Do
saying
you
we
want
could do it.
both?
I mean, if it can see us, then Pass Without a Trace isn't necessarily going to help us when we're right underneath its roots.
A Veil of Shadows and Silence.
Maybe. We're night. Good work.
Well, if we're going to go stealthy, then we might as well try and go really stealthy, huh?
I'm happy to Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Or invisibility as well.
Okay, Halvo.
You need to make the calls.
What?
You can make the calls. What do you want us to do?
I say that we go invisible.
Pass Without a Trace?
Yup.
Let's do it.
Where's Rhythm Tooth?
Everyone. Oh, yeah, he's here. He's not maintaining another one all the fucking time.
Look, you're just jealous because you don't want him there.
Jealous?
Yeah,
Is it-
you're annoyed that I make
Hey,
too many
you're gone.
animals.
It's not jealousy. I have full control over everything that happens in this entire world.
And look what's happened.
to
You've
be
got rid
jealous
of my little boy. It's not fair.
Well, I'm gonna tell Rhymefang to stay here anyway.
Okay, then he will.
You can Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah, but he's not invisible, and he's also very large.
Okay, well, Rhythm Tooth will stay with him then, so they can have pack tactics.
So
should
I went
anything
and
happen.
added him back on just to stay behind.
Look, they might well be called
Okay.
into the fray if we get into fights.
Okay, so everybody else is passed without a trace. Is
Well,
that
they can be Passed Without a Trace as well because they're within 30 feet
Yeah.
of me when I cast it.
Well,
so.
it stays with you, doesn't it?
Ah, yeah.
It does.
Yeah. So
How high are these rocky outcrops?
I'm going to say about 5 foot.
Okay. Let's traverse around to the east.
I have the invisible status symbol on DM because I am a good boy.
Ooh.
I've got statuses for days. Check me out. I've not got night vision now, though. Have I? Let's take that one off.
Can't see shit again, Captain.
I mean, this is it. How much can we actually see moving around here?
5 foot.
5 foot.
We have more vision.
I've got
scene
more
is
vision
than
that.
dimly
Yeah,
lit.
we can see the entire map. You do realise that, don't
That
you?
fucking mad cartographer and his shitty unrestricted vision.
This isn't even one of my maps, is it? No, it's not a Foundry prepared one, is it?
Oh,
No.
I just noticed it says the rad cartographer.
Aw, man. It's gonna be like Boggle, where he just keeps changing the words, and it's gonna be like the.
It's
the
already been sad as well.
the fucking kid.
I thought you were gonna wait for him to die.
Oh yeah, the dead cartographer. So, make me your super-powered stealth checks. In fact, you're invisible as well, aren't you? Yeah, still make me stealth checks.
I'm going to assume that Ez is staying within 30 feet of me.
Yeah. So is Raiden.
He's dead.
He was.
Ooh. Not a great roll from Halvor, but it doesn't matter. Barty
Oh,
not
so
Barty not going
stealthy.
with his plus 20. It's plus 10.
Or his advantage, the retard.
No, because I've got
Whoa.
disadvantage because I
Whoa.
wear armor retard.
Oh.
Whoa. That's not appropriate.
Well, no, he's right.
Okay, you all feel like you're really stealthy as you head round to the east, did you say? Did you mean you were like
Yep.
scrambling up here? Is that what you were aiming to do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The tree groans and shifts slightly, but the eyes are not focused on you. None of the roots seem to be particularly twitching or moving in your direction.
Do you think we head over this way? Or to the north?
I think we check out that body.
Very well. Let's go. I take a lot of care not to be stepping on that root, just so you know. Just token overlap, that's all it is.
That one's not attached, don't worry. I drew the map, I know.
I'm colliding with at least one wall.
There seems to be a wall there.
Oh, if you put
It's
walls on the
invisible.
cliffs, god
Yes,
damn
I
it,
have.
yeah.
You know, I always do. Shut the fuck up about it. It's always going to be done.
Fucking. And every time it's a waste of time.
Do we see any kind of tunnel entrance?
No.
Do we see a knot that we can press with a stick or some form of cat?
Oh, Cora.
Okay.
Maybe we need to let it eat us, and then we'll be inside of it.
After you.
We shouldn't speak this close to it.
Okay.
I guess we're just going to keep mooching around to different areas. Oh, sorry, there's a wall here, DM, can't get past. It's even a one-way wall.
Anything here, DM?
I mean, only Cora can see in the dark. You have no light sources.
That's true.
Okay, is there anything here?
You are not seeing so far, Cora, any obvious hatch or gap through the roots or tunnel or anything like that.
No pathway or like obvious worn area.
As I just described, no, nothing so far. It all looks to be.
I felt like you might
the
have been
base
being
of a normal
obtuse.
large tree.
Let's continue around and keep searching.
Maybe another stealth check by this point. Moving around for a while. Stepping out over and around roots.
In the dark.
In the
Plus
dark,
10.
Yeah. Yeah, plus 10, so 39. Ooh, 36.
So, do we get a... Hold on, do we get a plus 10 and advantage?
Yeah.
Plus 10 to pass without a trace, advantage for being invisible. Yikes.
Phew.
Okay, yeah, okay. Continue around. Where's Esmeralda gone? Oh, she's overlapped with somebody. There we go.
Do you want to just go on my shoulders, Bertie? Because you're not doing that well.
I mean, we've not got caught yet, have we?
Yet.
So I'm
Being
doing
the
well enough.
operative word.
I'm doing well enough.
Halvor will carry you.
He's been carrying this team since day one. That's why he's so swole.
Wow. He's more like lean these days.
Yeah.
Nothing around that side either. There just seems to be no obvious entrances or anything of note underneath this.
At all? Like, we're kind of getting that picture now?
At all, yeah.
Well, we might as well complete our way around.
Do you think there might be like a tunnel or a different way to get in there?
With your your passive, Cora, I would give you that, despite what this ham-handed map artist has made, doesn't reflect.
Wow.
This part of the ledge here seems to be almost carved into like a step. So it looks like there's almost like a step up here.
Then I'm going to step up there.
From the level you're on. Whereas everything else is very, very natural.
But there's nothing around here?
Correct.
But if I walk further in here, does it look still normal?
It does, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go back and look at this area. Is there anything carved there? Does it look anything abnormal? Is there any markings or anything like that beyond the step?
Make me an investigation check. As you're sort of looking around it, you notice that although they haven't been carved or anything, but the roots, the inside of these roots seem a bit smoother, and it almost makes like a bit of a natural, like cul-de-sac within the root system. Also, just as you're scanning around on the floor looking for anything that might be on it, you kind of find yourself glancing the back of it and realise that for whatever reason, the grass in here seems to naturally be quite short compared to everywhere else where it's grown a bit more wild and unkempt.
I get the attention of the others and point to the areas that I can see, these smoother kind of areas in the shorter grass, and make sort of a waving motion like maybe the roots have moved here.
It could be a path, or it could be roots moving. Maybe you should get in closer and examine it.
I will do so.
At what point do we need to perform this ritual?
I don't know, really.
Details were a little sketchy.
Do you think we can just start performing it here? Is this good enough?
I had presumed that we had to get into the area under the tree.
Now I'm in a bit closer. Does it just look like we thought, just shorter grass, and the areas sort of underneath it look smoother on the roots?
It does, yes.
And does the floor looks even everywhere here? There's no like obvious dips or steps?
It looks very even.
Very even.
Maybe there is a switch, and it's a man-made section.
Any ideas how we'd find something like that, Alvar?
With your hands.
What about with your hands?
I start feeling around blindly on the floor because I can't see. Try and find anything that I think might be like, say there was a trap door, you know how there'd be, if it was like a stone door or something, like there'd be like a gap along the edge where they meet. I'm trying to like look for indents like that or something.
I presume that if I cast Detect Magic, all I'm going to pick up is the tree.
I think you did that before, yeah. Or Bart did it, I think, in the past.
Yeah.
I just got the tree. Halvor, make me an investigation check.
Will I be disadvantaged?
You cannot see in the dark.
I can help you, though.
Nice. As you're sort of rooting around in the soil, you get your fingers just brush the top of something smooth, and you find that in the dirt there is almost like a what at first you think is a bone, but there is just like a stick that you then realise is more of like a wide wooden handle, which is beneath just beneath the surface of the soil on the grass.
I'm going to try and slowly but firmly. Well, I'll say, I think I have found a lever. I'm not sure. I'm going to try and pull it, okay? And
The Gulthias tree just goes,
oh! No, we're like right up its arse right now. Yeah, I'm gonna try and gently but firmly manipulate it.
And it feels like it pulls towards you, and just from like the weight and the movement of like the ground around it, you quickly realise that you're pulling away some sort of, not like a full trapdoor, but like a canvas or like a tarp that had a handle on underneath. And if you're continuing to pull it, there's a slight tear. There's like a portion of the grass is ripped up and pulled away. And you see beneath the grass a large, heavy stone circle, which is resting at a bit like a 45-degree angle against the tree. It's like a large carved disc.
feels that.
About 5 foot across.
Open sesame.
Can I see the disc now?
Yeah, it's he's pulled away what looks like a big manhole cover made of stone.
Can I see any carvings or anything on the disc?
Straight away, I'll give you that it is covered with ritualistic carvings of an antlered figure with many knelt supplicants, with a large tree behind it.
Well, yeah, we kind of knew that. Does it look like there's anything that could be pressed or used to activate this stone in any way? Is there any bits that look more worn than others, perhaps?
No, it looks to be almost perfect, except for a slight crack in the middle, a very, very fine crack. It runs from top to bottom.
Can I tell whether it's thick?
From what you can see on top of it, you don't seem to see the end of it before it disappears into like the roots of the tree, into like the wood of the tree.
What do you think? Is this where we conduct a ritual, or is this some kind of door?
Can't see a damn thing.
It doesn't seem to tell us a ritual as such. It just seems to be depicting the huntress, right?
Well, we're behind the tree. Perhaps we could risk a little light.
That doesn't seem very wise.
No, but I don't know what else to do.
You don't need to see. Let Cora, I don't know, present your bow, give it an offering, I don't know, sacrifice some blood or something.
Stone. Maybe we should use the stone.
Well, not use, but yes, we could use that. And I will give that to Cora.
I want to put the stone right in the center, over the crack.
Okay.
Does anything happen when I do just that on its own?
No.
Okay,
Stone
then
is resting on the floor.
I will read the rest of the ritual and try and work out what we should try and do from here. So it needs to be performed at the site in question, which is where we are. Honoring the entity by name. Can we just call her the Huntress?
I
think that's probably the most common name for her, but if you need to, her name is Laura Stoneheart.
But Handless, did you get her full true name?
No.
I will whisper, we are here to honor the huntress, the one they call Laura Stoneheart. And then I will once again touch the stone. Laura Stoneheart, we are here to honor you, the huntress. Then, where is it? It says about the huntress. I'm willing to undertake whatever challenge is necessary to honor you. Laura Stoneheart, the huntress, I honor you. And I look around, hopeful.
And with a sudden burst of dust, the stone cover begins to slide open. This crack down the middle being a seam by which the two halves move aside, and there is a sudden low groan of air escaping out this pitch black tunnel, it would seem, at a 45-foot descent down. And the entrance opens.
Yay!
This is the Gulthias.
Oh, God. I look around at my friends and beckon them forward, and I go into the tunnel.
Okay. You go into the tunnel. You have to crawl to get in. It is a tight opening. Is anyone going in immediately after her?
Yeah. I presume Halvor, then me, then Ez.
Okay. After a few seconds, it goes black for you all. And we'll pick up there
You're dead.
next week.
For all of those, including me?
Everything's gone black, and we'll pick up next week.
Just fade it out to credits, don't worry.
No, I bet it closed behind us.
Yeah, but you can still see. Oh, you can't see.
Not if it's pitch black.
Yeah.
It even went black for you, Cora.
Good, because you've been magical darkness.
That felt like I'm glad we got to where we did. That felt like a weird session to me for a lot of
It was weird.
It was. Yeah, it was.
It was so bitty, we were all over the place.
Enjoyed it, to be honest.
There were definitely enjoyable things in there, but there were a lot of moments where, I don't know, it didn't even feel like indecision. We do so much talking in our sessions, and that's never a thing. But in fact, that's never like a problem. But it felt like tonight, I felt the need to throw some fast travel in, because it was just like, whoa, I feel like we're just swimming a bit here.
There was nothing big that happened off the back of session after session. Big things happening. So
and then right at the end, now we're inside a tree.
So yeah.
Have your well, not that you weren't tonight, but particularly next week, have your focus with you, because you are now on a trial of reconsecration.
Oh no, that doesn't sound good.
Hey, we weren't prepared for this. No one warned us about this.
Who knew that this would be difficult?
Wish I hadn't burnt so many spells already.
I'll be very much looking forward to next week now then.
And we'll be dreading it.
I'm excited, we're in a tree.
What's that like? It's gonna be some Pan's Labyrinth crazy frog shit at the beginning. Yeah.
Okay, well.
Well, thank you for that session, DM.
Indeed.
For what it was. But that's on us, not you. Sometimes
it's just weird. It's just weird.
No, sometimes you just go where there's actually no adventure, and that's what we did.
Because it was bits and pieces, it also felt like we covered a lot of ground. So
yeah,
we've also spent 3 years adventuring in this area. I think we've ruled out the adventures now. You know, we've done a lot.
Hey, we found out about what's it called? Cyrus, yeah. Cyrus Bellevue.
I thought, you know, there's not any treasure left there, so you may as well get a bit of plot info. Okay, good stuff. Well, I will speak to Halvor tomorrow, to Bartandalis on Thursday, let's face it, tomorrow, and Lindsay in a little bit.
Oh, rude.
Halvor, I thought Halvor doing a meme there where someone like says something and then hears something we don't like and their brow just furrows down.
Oh, that's a good meme.
Right, I will catch you all later.
See you later.
Bye, everybody.
To our viewer.
Hi, viewer. Thank you.
Oh, just once again, it's obviously when Elven Kari's stream ends, like she just the second raided with a party of 20 as we're going. I'm sorry, Kari, we're finishing now.
You just missed the best bit.
They've just.
I mean,
started.
it was the only good bit.
Yeah, it really was.
They have just opened the way to beneath the Gulfire's tree.
I knew it was going to be as simple as that. Everyone was making out it was so much more difficult. Nah, just do what he said. It's fine.
We have not finished yet.
No, phone restored. I'm happy. It's all gone now. That one's done. Let's move on. Why have we gone under here? Let's just keep going. On to the next plane now.
The challenge isn't getting in. The challenge is getting back out.
No, I think we should just leave. Let's just turn around.
That's the challenge. We're all now trapped in a tube that we can't get out of.
Yeah.
That's it now. We've been buried. We've been consumed.
Strahd's like, another party have fallen to the Chinese finger trap of the Gulfire's tree.
For the rest of Bartandalis' life, he lives with Halvor's butt in his face.
It's like, yeah, it's just now the human caterpillar.
Suddenly, I'm quite happy that I've gone first.
I don't know, you won't be when Halvor starts getting hungry. Welcome to the stream, Raiders.
Yep.
Anyway, shall we see you next week?
Yes, we'll catch you all next week. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.
Catch you on the flip side.
Well, team.
And I'm so sorry.